mountain, and I look down and see a world I was once underneath. I stand on this mountain and I look down by mine. There's more than it once knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Then I knew. Now you're here. You're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be than found me see. Found me see. I climb down this mountain and I look around just to see that everyone used to be me. I climb down this mountain and I look around my mind, embracing more than the truth, than the truth, than the truth, than the truth, than the truth. Now you're here, you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Found me sing. Found me sing. I once was blind, but now I see the beauty of the world before me. Now you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Now you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be than found me sing. Found me sing. Found me sing. Found me sing.
Let's try this again. Can you hear me now? I feel like a Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is everything okay now? Good Lord Almighty. It has been a day. Butterfly Kisses in the house. Shout out to Butterfly Kisses for letting me know that I had typos in my thumbnail and in my title. But no worries, because the whole stream went down. Kimber says, please like, share, and hit the notification button so you never miss live. Miss Paula's in the house. Thank you for messaging me. Where did the live go? Y'all, I was over here pushing buttons. I done ended the live. Why am I so bright? Why do I look so pale? What is wrong with this light? Everything's just, it's all gone awry today, y'all. Ooh, that makes me look yellow. Oh, Lord. Over here pushing buttons. Okay. Hi, Melanie. Thank you so much for being here. We're honored to have you in chat tonight. There's Lisa Joe in the house. Welcome in, welcome out. How are you? How are you? We're back and we're bad. I don't know about we're bad. We was bad a while ago. Dandylioness is in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Dandy. Much appreciated. Peggy said, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Then yeeted everybody to the moon. Then hadn't even got the live started yet. Done throw myself off the porch. It's a whole thing. Drifty's in the house. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. These are Nightbots, Melanie. It's just random things that I put in my Nightbot. The mods will drop links. I'll drop links, and it also has just little reminders in there. I still need to put a live chat reminder. If you're on Top Chat, go up and hit live chat. That way you don't miss anybody's comments. She hears me, she sees me. All right, we're good now. Sound is good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Jody's in the house. I always like to go through and make sure. I knew you'd be back. I knew it. See, Miss Lisa knew I'd be back. I just yeeted myself is all it was. I yeeted the whole live, y'all. That's what happens when I push buttons. This is why mom should not be given toys with buttons. Should never touch the buttons. Just don't do it. Just don't touch the buttons. But I like buttons, so I be pushing buttons. And we all just saw what happened when I pushed buttons. Y'all should have seen me earlier trying to upload a TikTok video, and then it still uploaded me sitting there looking all confused on the green screen. I about had a coronary trying to upload a TikTok video. I am new to TikTok. For those of y'all that are not following me over there, I do have a TikTok. Follow me, do all the things. But beware that I am learning the tick of talks. So who knows what will happen over there if I can't even run a YouTube live that I've been on here for years. I thought my phone decided to take a shit. No, it was me, Jody. It was me. Hell, I had to call Apple today because my camera was freaking out. I'm so sorry, guys. My camera was freaking out. It was like flashing, and I was like, oh my God, this won't work because the car shows this weekend and I have to be able to take pictures. So I was freaking out. Crime Curious is in the house lurking, but no longer working. Can I come up? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll drop the link. I'd be honored to have you come up. Let me drop the linky here. Dropping the link. Come on up. Come on up and join us on the front porch. Hopefully we won't yeet Crime Curious. I don't yeet myself again. We should be good. We should be good. I've been slowly posting my deeper dives over to TikTok. Oh, I love that. I love that, Arctic. I be seeing all your uploads. You do so good over there. Like, I do good with like making videos and then uploading them. Like, I'm gravy with that. Like, totally gravy with doing that. But I tried to do a green screen and it went terribly wrong. And I do green screens over here like all the time. And I've never had one like go wrong, but it did not work out so well on the tick of talks. I dropped the link in the chat when you want to come up, Crime Curious. I'll be more than happy to have you up here tonight. We're going to cover New England cases. I think I've got something for each state in the New England area. If I miss a state or an area, somebody please be like, hey, you missed this, because it has been a hell of a day. Like, there are really bad storms going through my hometown, which is where my grandson and some of my other family lives. So I'm a little worried about that. I have been in contact with everybody or made contact through another family member with everybody. So hopefully all is well. Prayers to everybody that's in the path of these storms. It looks like Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois, Tennessee, the tri-state area, quad strait area, all the things. Doodlebug, you're fine. You're fine. I was over there watching you unclimb, but I was also talking to Minnie and trying to find out what's going on with the baby and all the things. Let me throw this up here. Oh, no, I can see her. It's her. Okay, we're safe. Throw this up here. Hey, love. No, I'm serious.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, let me first mute my television, which is where you play while I'm lurking and working. I don't know why I don't have an image. I didn't mean to come on your show naked.
It's fine. It's fine. We like you
I'm
naked
just all
or not.
naked. I'm naked. So I am no longer lurking and working. I quit the day job, honey. I quit the day
Oh,
job.
did you?
Well, listen, I was on the front lines, and this building is this unique disaster. There's nothing else like it in the entire country. There are 241 condominiums. There are 76 hotel rooms. There are 44 businesses, to include a gay bar and several churches. There are Airbnbs. There are people who live in the condo that they own. There are people who rent out the condo that they own. This building that I worked on, which was 12 stories with 3 wings, to include a penthouse and a basement with 2 large event spaces. Look, there's a barber shop, there's counseling, you can get your taxes done. It's a whole thing. It's what it is a microcosm of the United States. And certainly as it relates to the gay bar being in the same building as the churches. So I gave my notice. I wanted to give 2 weeks notice, and I love my coworkers. The issue is that with my shift, I only work 3 hours a week with my coworkers. My shift is alone at night, like when security comes in. Listen, I've had everything from squatters smoking fentanyl in a unit that doesn't belong to them, to people living in the stairways, and homeowners who think that because you work the front desk, that means that you are a peasant. And they have every right to read you for filth on a regular basis if you don't do what they want, when they want, how they want. Right. Sorry, I didn't mean to just come on and be like, Christy, I need therapy.
No, you're fine. Hey, we're here at the front porch.
Help!
We always say, opinions, emotional outbursts. It's all welcome.
So here's what I did. And you know that I've been writing about true crime for 5 years, right?
Yes.
So here's what I did. So I took that day job, and even though I had given 2 weeks notice, and even though I was absolutely fucking my coworkers over, and even though I was fucking myself out of $600 by walking out Sunday night, this woman just tore in at me again. And so I took off my work shirt and I slid it across the front desk and I said, "What more do you want from me? I've already quit my job. You have my livelihood. What more do you want, ma'am?" Well, anyway, the long and the short of it is that I called 911. I ended up twice in the panic room, and somebody came in and covered my shift, and I'm never going back. And all I could think of is, what if my story ends with me being shanked at the front desk of a hotel?
Right?
Right?
Oh, wow.
Right? Like, what if I am stuck like American Horror Story season 1 in this murder house? No, my story doesn't end here, so I'm going to need to quit this day job now and get back to true crime. So that's where I'm at.
Damn, I don't blame you. When true crime is less stressful than your day job, just going to put it out there. Fuck all that. I don't blame you a bit.
Also, can we talk for a second about the fact that I had like a foot of fucking cancer dug out of my face recently. I
Oh
don't know if you can see it.
no. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh honey, you've
So it
been
was
going
a
through it.
yeah, no, it was a basal cell carcinoma. They cut me from the corner of my eye all the way down to my chin and then up and over into my nose. And they told me before they knocked me out, listen, when you wake up, I want you to know that there's a good possibility that we might have to take part of your nose. And so they're knocking me out and I'm like, I'm going to wake up without a nose. Got it. Okay, good. All right, what's next?
Right. Wait till the last minute to let you know that. Damn.
Right. Right. So anyway, the point is I quit my day job and I have a trial starting this week, I hope.
Ooh.
So it's a trial in Broomfield, Colorado. And the defendant, his name is Daniel Krug, Krug. And the long and the short of it is that this man, okay, his wife was about to divorce him. You know, they had a couple of kids, they had a whole life. She's some sort of scientist. He works for the government at the health department. Like, you know, they're living this really great life with this expensive house and all of that. Anyway, she's about to divorce him. So he concocts this scheme where he's going to pretend to be her ex-boyfriend who is stalking her. Now, it's actually her husband, right? An ex-boyfriend from 20 years ago.
Oh wow.
And he keeps his wife in constant fear about this ex-boyfriend from 20 years ago who's going to come kill her. Turns out the actual killer and stalker is her husband. But because this is an affluent family, they have stopped me at every turn, every time I have tried to cover this case.
Oh,
Now,
oh no.
well, but let's be real about this, right? How often do we talk about the victims? How often do we talk about the victims' families? Like how, you know, as much as I want to shout from the rooftops how I am well within my rights to cover this case based on open source intelligence and open public records, right? So now I'm learning this lesson where it's like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Now, are they wrong in the way that they have treated me as if I'm some sort of like YouTube? Oh, I don't know. What do we call them, Christy? What do we call them? Tragedy pimp, whatever it is. Now, you and I both know that I am not, in fact, that despicable fucking thing, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm definitely not. However, I have to remember that the family does not yet know and fully understand that I'm not here in their story to, in fact, do damage.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows that better than you, right?
I know, girl, you're amazing, and you're definitely not a tragedy pimp by any means.
Right, right. So what do? Do I fight the family? Fuck no. Of course not. Do I still cover the story? Yeah, I think I should. I think I should, with all due respect. And because of my experience with the family of Christine Krug, because of my experience with her family, I will never again refer to anyone in any single case other by name other than the defendant and the victim. So like let's take Letitia Stout, for example, right?
Right.
So I'm going to say Letitia's name and I'm going to say Gannon's name. But Harley and Landon and Albert and everyone else throughout the whole thing, I'm not going to say their names. That's how I'm going to change. Now, does it change the story? No, not really. But what it does do is stop the people who are actually tragedy pimps. I mean, maybe it doesn't stop them. I've got a new case up in Boulder where a 19-year-old girl was sold for drugs and then murdered by the person she was sold to.
Mm.
her mom reached out to me. Now, I already made it a point to not use her mother's name, even though her mother was on the news with her name and her GoFundMe. But no, 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 no. Her mom probably doesn't understand what can happen when certain factions of YouTube get a hold of your personal information.
Yep.
So I will protect her. And I don't care how many kids she has. I don't care how much poverty they lived in. I don't care why this 19-year-old little girl ended up on the streets of Boulder, Colorado, being sold for drugs and then murdered. It is not her mother's fault. Her mother is not a perpetrator. I will not condone it. Now, do I have questions? Of course. Everybody wants to know, how the fuck did a 19-year-old little girl end up on the streets being sold for drugs? Everybody wants to know that. But I can assure you that the answer is not to go after that little girl's mother. Right?
Yep.
I don't know. Are we frozen? Or did I just
No.
go too far?
No, you're not frozen at all. And no, I don't.
Okay, I probably
I
went
don't
too
blame
far.
you.
I'm just,
It's like,
I'm feeling it tonight. This is, I'm just feeling it tonight.
I get it. I totally get it. And because we have so many bad actors on this platform, it's like families, they see one case where it's getting run through the mud and they're immediately just like, no, I don't want anything to do with that. They don't realize that there's good ones out here. That not out for the family. We're not out to exploit the family. We're here to do the right things. And in my opinion, telling their stories is, you're not doing anything wrong by telling their stories.
Right.
Because that's what we do. We give a voice to the voiceless. And if they're gone, they're not able to have their own voice.
Right. Oh, I just have so much respect for you. I mean, you'll never know how much I really respect you. I have taken frequent and excessive mental health breaks from this whole true crime thing. And I even considered scrapping the entire Gannon Stout book so I could publish something called True Crime Melted My Brain.
Aw.
And if I did, it would start with, silly things like when I am upset, I will power clean my house. Now, as I'm power cleaning my house, because I have been exposed to so much true crime, I naturally think about things like Polyclass. Do you know who that is?
Polyclass, no.
Listen, it was California. It was 1993. They had just cleaned the house, and this man came and kidnapped this girl. Her mom was like passed out on Valium, like asleep. Her sister was also sleeping. She was kidnapped. But the reason they were able to catch the guy who came in and stole this little girl and eventually killed her is because they had just cleaned the house. So they were able to get the DNA. They were able to get the and so as I'm cleaning the house when I'm mentally unwell, which happens frequently in true crime, as I'm cleaning the house, I'm like, well, if anybody breaks in tomorrow and kills me, we've got their DNA. So like I said, true crime melted my brain.
You get true crime brain. I think you should do it. I mean, I think you should write it. Go for it.
Yeah, because one of the biggest problems in writing a book about the Stout case, now keep in mind, I met that little boy's mother. She hugged me and told me that she loved me.
Oh.
I can't just write any old fucking book.
Yep.
Oh my God.
And that's what
Anyway,
I try to tell these creators is, you pull these people's stories up and you talk about these people's stories. And once you've wrapped your arms around a family, once you physically have been in the same room with a family, it changes the whole aspect of true crime.
yeah, so could I just, I mean, I might be overstepping here, but I recently put out a video. I haven't done much lately, But I did do a video where I was just going through like the affidavit of probable cause against Jimmy West, which is the 52-year-old man who allegedly killed 19-year-old Zariah Hardy. So I did that video, and in the comments of that video is that little girl's mother. Now I only got like 300 views on the video, right? My heart goes out to that little girl's mother like no other. So, she never even had a chance to report her missing because there was a lot of dysfunction in the family.
Mm-hmm.
But that woman is in fact missing her little girl.
Oh.
And so I'm going to continue to cover this story, and I think it's going to get a lot of attention. And I don't know where it's going to go. But if you would be willing to help me just, offer whatever protection that we can for that little girl's mother before trial, I guess that would be the whole purpose of this phone call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or whatever it is. Phone call through StreamYard, whatever.
Right. Yeah, I'm there for you. Anything you need, just reach out to me.
Okay, I'll send you some more information about the case and her mom. And the next court date is April 10th. And I was going to go in person, but it's just going to get continued. We're just, we're not there yet. And, once it does finally go to trial, I will be there. And, but in the meantime, I would like to introduce you guys to that little girl's mother. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely, honey. I'm there for
Okay.
you. And I'm there for the families. I would be honored. I mean, I have nothing but respect and love for you. From the very first time I heard your voice, I fell in love. I was like, that's my people right there.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah, you're stuck with
being
me.
supportive.
You're stuck with me, no doubt. But I need your help to hug the mother of a 19-year-old little girl who was murdered when she was trying to spread her wings.
Oh, yeah, I'm there, girl. You know I am.
Okay, well, I'm going to jump off. And now that I don't have a day job,
Okay.
I mean, expect more videos soon.
Yes. Do we still get breadcrumb stories too?
Always. I love you. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Love you too, girl. Thank you for coming up. Yep.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, what an honor. As for those of y'all that aren't familiar, that was Crime Curious. She's been a dear friend for several years now. She is an amazing author, an amazing human being, and she also has a channel. I dropped it in the chat. She also has a website that's also been dropped in the chat. So check out her website. It's amazing. Definitely check out her channel. And we'll be doing more in the future together. So thank you so much. I'm so honored to have you come up. Thank you, everybody that's here. Let's see, we got Steven that popped in the house. I want to make sure that I'm hitting everybody. Arctic, this is such a true statement. She says she's 19. Law enforcement probably said she was an adult, not realizing how easy it is for someone to go missing. On their own accord and end up in a trafficking situation. Yep, absolutely. Okay, your picture popped up. It was just a blank circle. I didn't know if it was you. Speak.
Where?
Okay.
Ruff.
I finna throw you off panel. I didn't know if it was you or a troll. She's a rough. Steven's in the house. Phil is in the house. Phil, we're going to cover a lot of different people tonight. I'm probably not going to keep you guys too terribly long tonight, Drifty, and all my subs, or my mods, rather. Thank you for dropping all of those links. I appreciate you. Who are we looking for in Astutus tonight? we're going to look at a lot of different things. And PJ, I know I saw her in the house. There she is, lighting the way home. Thank you so much for being here. Let me drop the link in case PJ wants to come up as well. PJ is a local to the New England area, so I want to give her an opportunity to come up as well. Josh the Posh is in the house. As I was in the bushes today lurking on my phone. Wow, what a story to tell. What was you lurking about, Josh? Now I'm nosy. I must know, what was you lurking about? Thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate you so much. So honored to have Crime Curious pop up on panel today. Thank you so much. And guys, anytime you want to come up, all you have to do is ask. You guys know the front porch is my porch. It's your porch. It's our porch. Together we are the brain pickers of Mind of Monsters. And I wouldn't be here without you guys. Throw Kimber off panel. Throw Kimber off panel. Let's not do that. I was going to try not to throw her off panel if possible.
Yeah,
We have
don't be
any
throwing me
New
off. I'm
Jersey
old. I might break
cases
a
you're
bone.
doing? We can throw in some. We did New Jersey last Wednesday. We're doing Where Are They Wednesday, and we're trying to hit all the states. So I do have a list pulled up. I've got a couple of different things pulled up. So we could probably touch on some New Jersey cases as well. If you have a particular case you want us to touch on, Melanie, if you'll drop it in the chat and I'll pull up the information on that case, I'd be honored. Where Are They Wednesdays? This is a viewer's choice. Wednesdays is usually when I do my viewer's choice. So we're doing viewer's choice, and we got votes for New England last Wednesday. The week before, we got votes for New Jersey when I discussed doing a Where Are They Wednesday. Anthony Dilemmo. Let me pull this up. I got my handy dandy. You guys should see my notes. Like, they're everywhere. And I even have a notepad here, but my ink pen's way over there. I'm going to write down that name, because I took a list of names last week as well of cases I'm going to do on Not Forgotten Friday. For those of y'all that don't know, we cover cases on Fridays. I think now that everybody's feeling better and all the things, we should have the whole team up here on Friday. Y'all, I just wrote on myself. I'm telling you, it all started out with TikTok. It's all TikTok's fault. Seriously, screwing me right up today. Let me tell you, if you are not creating on TikTok, should probably just breathe, calm down, and then try to create on TikTok, because I could upload videos all day long. So honored to have Melanie here in chat tonight. Angela Darcel is from Port Norris, New Jersey. Let me look up that one too. I'm going to have to get my ink pen out because I'm going to run out of spaces on my little... Bart even got me like these cool ass Post-it notes that I haven't busted open yet either. So sorry guys, tonight's a little off. Like I said, there's tornadoes in the area where my family and my grandson are, and so I'm a little off tonight, but we'll get into the show. Just trying to get these names taken down. Anthony.
I fail.
Homo. Angela Darcel. Now these Where Are They Wednesdays will not be deep dives on the cases. We're just showing different cases and bringing up as many that we can. And then on Fridays is when we do the Not Forgotten Fridays, and we get deeper into the cases. There's PJ. Welcome up, my dear.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
PJ.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
How is your weather?
I think it's raining actually.
Arkansas and Oklahoma. It's raining.
Yeah.
Arkansas
Hi, Arctic.
and Oklahoma. Arctic will do those next week, since they're
April.
bordering state. Are they bordering states? Yeah, they're bordering states. all over the place tonight. Brain processes it.
I figured I'd
Thank you
come up.
guys so much for being here.
I never come up.
Well, thank you for coming up. I'm so honored. I've two ladies I've never had on panel tonight. We had Crime Curious pop up, and now PJ is in the house. Guys, if you're not subbed up to PJ, please go sub up to PJ. You're not bombarding the chat by any means. All my contact information is in my About page. You're always welcome to email me, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Twitter if you have cases that you'd like us to look into, and I can put them in the Discord. Or if you have Discord, you're welcome to join the Discord as well. And that way, we have different tabs for different things. We have serial killer tabs. We have gender-related murders. We have different cases that are tabs that are case-specific. We have state-specific. We have Not Forgotten Friday. Where Are They Wednesday? The lock channel that's for the mods. All the things. I try to keep it organized in there, but I got to slow my roll on TikTok. Austin's going to scout me when he sees all the TikTok promote charges on the bank account. Yes, definitely come over on Not Forgotten Fridays, because we'll have the whole team up here and we'll try to cover as many cases as we can possibly pull in to cases. Add Texas. Texas is a really big state, Tater, so I'll probably do Texas on its own.
Doesn't Oklahoma have the most missing people?
Melina. I thought it was Florida or California. Is it Oklahoma?
California no longer has the most missing people.
Or maybe I'm thinking most crap. My brain always goes to those two states. It may be Oklahoma. Oh, my hair, she's over here looking it up. PJ's coming in hot.
Yeah.
You're very welcome, Melanie. Anything we can do to help.
16. Oh, hold on. What state? I typed it in wrong. What state? Let's see. Oklahoma has the highest percentage.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Yep.
Butterfly Melinda, is that a murdered case? Because we're going to do missing. It used to be California. Okay, that's probably why I got California in the back of my brain somewhere. It's in a file cabinet. They have a ton of indigenous cases in Oklahoma. Yeah, it's sad how many indigenous cases. Oklahoma, Arizona, New Mexico. And I'm forgetting one. Is it Nevada? That has like a phenomenal amount of missing indigenous. I think so. Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona, and I think it's Nevada.
What about the Dakotas?
And then I don't. It might be one of the Dakotas too.
For the indigenous. I never say it right, so.
Indigenous. Our natives.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with names, so no worries. I be chopping people's names all up. What are you doing a timeline about?
So there was a newborn baby girl that was found in a pond in Manchester. They're looking for the mother, but they can't find the mother of the baby still, but they have a timeline of when possibly everything happened. So, yeah. Very scary situation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they don't know if the mother's like hurt
South
somewhere
Dakota.
or something happened to the mom or something.
Oh, wow, that's terrible. And a brand new newborn baby. Mm.
Yep. Brand new.
And then your brain, your true crime brain, automatically goes to DNA.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if their DNA is not in one of the systems, it's going to take forever to figure out who they are.
Yep.
And it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
It was near the airport, so you never know if it was in Manchester, like someone from Manchester. So.
Mm.
So it's a hard situation to kind of, I don't know, wrap yourself around. Mostly when it's a baby, like a newborn. Like any child or any person is hard to wrap yourself around, but like a newborn. Hi, Paula.
Thank you for checking in, Junior. Thank you guys all for being here. These really mean a lot to me to do these cases. Wow, that's really bright. Oof, that's better. Lord. Any update on Savannah Davis from Oklahoma? I don't know. Savannah Davis. I'll tell you what, Arctic's in the chat. He can probably tell you faster than I can look it up because he's a machine. Steven is crime something. I don't know. He keeps changing his channel name. Hang on, let me scroll up here. Kimber, what is Steven's name now?
Crime mobsters, I think. Hold on.
Crime Mobsters. Yep, I found him. This is Steven. He keeps changing his channel name and it screws me all up. And I'm like, who are you? Who are you? Who sent you? I instantly go to knitting community mode. Who sent you? Why are you over here? Are you taking information back to your leaders?
Who sent you?
It's terrible. You have to be like that. Why are you here? How did you find your way over here? It's loading slowly here. We're going to pull up the Facebooks because it looks like there's a post on here. If not, I'll go. I did see a Charlie project too. But like Arctic said the other day, you have to be careful with the Charlie project because sometimes they don't update them as they should be.
Yeah, I usually double check the Charlie project stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a lot of cases. So.
Okay, I told you he could find it quicker than my mom. Okay, so this is, oh, somebody messaged me. Hopefully it's not anything like important because, oh, no, it's Paula. 18-year-old Savannah Ann Davis has been missing from Ada, Oklahoma since July 18, 2018. She wasn't reported missing until 2023. Oh my God. Savannah's grandmother dropped her off at Savannah's boyfriend's house. We do not have his name. On July 18th, when Savannah's grandmother tried to contact her boyfriend, the boyfriend told her that Savannah had left in a maroon car and never returned. Savannah has not been seen since. Savannah was, well, we're going to say is, 5'5" to 5'7", 160 to 180 pounds. When last seen, she has strawberry blonde hair, green eyes. Her nickname is Savvy. Savannah could use the last name Redzik. She is listed as MP 1023 in NamUs, and there is one DNA exclusion for her. If you have any information on her disappearance, call Pontotic Pontotic, I'm saying that wrong, County Sheriff at 580-332-4169.
Hold on. Help me out here. When did
And
she
it's
go
just
missing?
comments. Oh shit, y'all can't even see it. I'm so bad about that. I was just gonna keep it all to myself.
I was like, hold on, where's the picture?
When did she go
I'm
missing?
all over here just like, ha ha, you guys can't see it. 2018 was not reported missing till 2023. So
Why?
that's concerning in itself.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what?
It says DNA exclusion for her. You can see it now. See it right here, Lisa. There is one DNA exclusion for her. This is Oklahoma cold cases.
That's a long time.
It says one. I don't know if that helps. Yeah, that is a long time. And that's a long time to wait to report somebody missing, too. The comments are all like, you know, I remember her boyfriend was very sketch. In 5 years to report someone, I'm not going to read all these because sometimes Facebook, especially, people get pretty nasty in these. Somebody says, crazy how many unsolved cases around Ada. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. We're not going to pull up the boyfriend's name if it's in there. Somebody said the boyfriend did it. Like I said, Facebook tends to get toxic, so try to stay away from those if I can. Let's see. 2018 Glitters Forever. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Yep, crazy. Her best friend posted on Facebook, and it's also an interesting read. Well, let's go see. Well, is it gonna let us go look? Pull up posts. We'll pull up posts and see what we can get to come up. Did y'all hear that Val Kilmer passed away? How sad is that?
Yeah, I was shocked.
He got pneumonia because of the tracheostomy that he had due to the throat cancer. Because he was in remission, but the tracheostomy that he had.
Oh wow!
It can cause people are more prone to pneumonia, so he got pneumonia from that, and he died from that. He played the best Doc Holliday ever.
Damn.
In Tombstone.
It's cutting in and out on my side. Where's my phone? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Arctic says the family allegedly skipped town after she went missing. It's just odd that there's only one with it being DNA. Yep, so is the grandma. They found a head and hands in a freezer here not too long ago. Turned out to be a 16-year-old girl who went missing 20 years ago. No one reported her missing. I remember reading about that, Dandy. That was crazy. Ada. Okay, thank you, Taylor. Thank you. Some have said that grandma's property needed to be checked because they had a trailer or something put there where that's where her best friend said, oh, wow. You know, we had a case out of here in Volusia County that I covered extensively. And hang on. Sorry, guys.
Oh, Mom has a phone call. Let's see after watch. That DNA lady on cases we're watching today. I don't even know what I think about these people who claim DNA. What DNA lady? Kimber, did you get your songs? It's been identified as.
Laura, I have not received my songs yet.
Oh,
She's been busy, so she'll get them to me.
Amanda L'Oreal Overstreet.
Sorry, guys. Thank you so much for being so patient. I appreciate you guys.
I do enjoy the music a lot, though, far. I do appreciate you sending them. But she will get them to me. She's going to send them to me through Facebook Messenger. But she's going to
I
send
need
them
to get
me.
those sent over.
I do love the
Yes,
music.
I need to send
Far.
those over to you because I've been a whole mess this week. The car show's coming up this weekend, and I was already stressed out about that. And then the whole this whole tornado thing's got me on my nerves. It's got my nerves rattled. So I will definitely get them. You're fine. You didn't throw anything off, Glitter. The chat's your guys'.
We're expecting another round here about 2 a.m. in the morning, so it just better take my pillow and my blanket with me. That's all I can say because I want to sleep.
Oh, jeez.
If y'all see a woman on the news flying through the air with her pillow and her blanket, guess what?
Thank you so much, Glitter. We appreciate you being here. It's just been kind of crazy this week. All right. All right, so I've got some stuff pulled up here, and we're gonna take a look. And of course, I've got a bunch of different stuff pulled up here. So if you know any of these cases, PJ, just by all means stop me.
Yeah, I know the top one already.
See, I told you guys that it was a great thing to have PJ up here tonight because she's going to be able to give us all kinds of local insight. And I love it, love it, love it.
Let's see. Trying to fix my cloud.
Okay, so this is full credit goes to Dark Down East. According to the National Missing and Unidentified Person System, there are 292 unidentified persons cases and 638 missing person cases in New England. Even if a crime or foul play isn't involved or suspected, boosting the signal of these names and faces is crucial. Coverage and attention matters. Okay, so first we have Michael McLean. 29-year-old Michael Anthony McLean became separated from his friends after attending a local nightclub in Nashura Tropical Lounge. Michael was last seen on video surveillance in the area of Bancroft Street and the Merrimack River.
Yeah.
He has a goatee, brown eyes. However, he has sometimes worn green contacts. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Michael McLean, please contact the Nashua Police Department at 603-594-3500. PJ, do you have anything extra you can add to this case?
They actually had more footage. It was a McDonald's near the Merrimack River in Nashua. But they ended up closing his case for a while because they assumed that he fell in the river and he was no longer. So his family had a fight to reopen his case. And they actually reopened his case, I believe it was in 2023, because he was off the missing persons thing for a long time. Just because they thought he fell in the Merrimack. Assuming that he got in a fight and someone brought him over there and he ended up getting in the river. But they've never had any like legitimate clues or tips or anything in his case at all since.
So did they ever search the river?
No.
So they just assumed he fell in the river and that was it.
Yep.
Wow.
Hi, Dutchie. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, the Merrimack is a monster, isn't it, PJ?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it goes through, I believe it goes through New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and I think Maine, I want to say. So it's a big river. They had one video.
Hi, Dutchess.
No. They didn't find his car. He was walking around that night, and there was a bunch of different text messages that they found on his phone that were very weird text messages. Like, they put the name of the street and stuff like that on the text messages. There was one voicemail that he left to his boss, actually, and he had named a street, but they couldn't really make it out what street and where he was. But he didn't have a vehicle. He was on foot. They never stated anything about a car.
The Merrimack, that's a huge river. So in order to drag that, they would have to drag the whole river.
Mm-hmm.
But why wouldn't they make some attempt to search the river? I mean, I know it's huge, but why wouldn't they make some attempt to search the river if they thought he fell in it?
Because people eventually float, and sounds sick, end up floating.
Yeah, they eventually float to the, I mean, I know, yeah, they eventually float up.
Yeah. Because there's been a lot of people that have gone missing that have, like, floated up. I hate saying that. It sounds so gross. So that's probably why they never searched it. So they just...
Well, it's like the Cumberland. I mean, but it's bigger than the Cumberland, of course. But it's like the Cumberland River in Nashville. A lot of people go missing in it. But, I mean, if they think somebody went missing in the Cumberland, they do search the Cumberland River. But you have to be careful with the Cumberland because the Cumberland is a narrow river. But the thing about the Cumberland River is it flows very fast. Very fast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, anything, if she's thinking of a car, the only thing it has to do with the car with him is a car stopped near him. Because I looked that up to make sure that I wasn't giving out any misinformation. A car did stop near him on a segment of footage, but he wasn't in a vehicle. His mom did come on national TV and beg his friends to come out and say something.
9 times out of 10, Glitter, if they fall in the Cumberland, they'll usually end up, unfortunately, like Riley did, close to a barge. Because there's so many barges in that river.
Yeah. So what happens with the Cumberland, because it's that's really bright, because it's a I can't think of the word. It's a river they use to transport goods on. You have a lot of barges and towboats and things like that. So the way that a barge works is when a barge is sitting tied up, is what they call it. They tie them up to these huge concrete metal silos in the river. When they tie a barge up to that, the barge has an undertow. The river has its own undertow, and the barge has undertow. So say if you're in a 16-foot John boat and you get close to a barge that's docked like that or that's tied up, it can potentially suck you under the barge. If you are floating down the river, you are most definitely going to get sucked into underneath of the barge. And like with Riley went missing in Nashville. So they were searching up by the dam, which is upriver, which made no damn sense whatsoever because the river flows towards my hometown. It actually ends in my hometown and runs in. It's where the river split in my hometown into the Ohio. And there's dams there. Like there's the Kentucky Dam and there's the Barkley Dam. But you're going to flow down. You're going to go down river. You're not going to float up river.
No.
Yes, Riley was found. He was found under when the dock worker at the company went to lift the barge up, it released, I hate to put it like this, guys, but it is a true crime channel. I don't give out trigger warnings. It released the suction and he came out from underneath the barge. And like when I'm from Paducah, I lived 30 years of my life in Nashville. I was working with SF Investigates in the background and messaging him. And I kept telling him, I was like, they're upriver. They need to go downriver. If you have contact information for somebody, let them know to go downriver and start looking under barges. And I explained to him the same thing I just explained to you guys, that those barges, when they're sitting still like that, they're more dangerous than when they're moving because they will suck you underneath there. Because you've never had your heart stop until you're in a 13-foot John boat fishing and you get too close to a barge that's sitting there on the Cumberland River and you start feeling the boat going like this sideways because you're getting sucked under it.
Yeah. Well, the Merrimack has like nothing like that. It's pretty much like just the river, like, and it has a little bit on the side that you can walk on, and that's about it in most places, but not really anything in like what you're talking about. Because you can't, nobody goes in their boats or anything on the river or anything like that.
Right. It's I can't think of the word. It's not commerce. There's I've had a lot going on today, guys, so you guys will have to excuse my scatterbrain, but there's a word for the type of river it is. Like it's a heavily trafficked river for businesses, for barges. And because it feeds into other rivers, then they use it to transport salt into Nashville. They use it for corn. And in Paducah, you have 6 or 7 towboat companies in Paducah alone. And, it's where most of them make really good money, but you also have not a lot, but you'll have like stories of what they call green guys. They're green. They're new to the towboat that go in the river. And most of the time they don't come back up for a couple of weeks. And if you go in a river like that, a body will resurface twice. Yeah, like a cargo river. There's a name for it, Butterfly. I can't think of it. When I get off of the live is when it'll hit me and I'll be like, that's what it's called. The next one we have is Guy Carmel. He's 66 years old. Guy Carmel was living at 75 Towers Road in Greenbush, where he was last seen on March of 2017. He was first reported missing in September of 2017 to the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office. Carmel is described as 5'9", 180 pounds. He has gray hair, brown eyes, and wears glasses. His disappearance is considered suspicious. If you have any information, please contact Maine State Police at 207-973-3750. Are you familiar with Guy Carmel?
No.
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 Okay, and then we have Mark Conley. 67-year-old Mark Conley was last heard from on December 24th, 2021, Christmas Eve. Oh, that's sad. He lives in Naples, Maine, and drives a 2016 silver Jeep Patriot with Maine plates. 5823X is in xylophone, K is in kilo. He is 5 foot 8 inches tall and weighs about 200 pounds. If you have any information about Mark, please contact Cumberland County Sheriff's Department at 207-693-3369. Oh, I love the way that's spelled. Cindy Morales, 16-year-old Cindy Morales, ran away from home in New Britain, Connecticut with an unknown male. Her family last contact with her was November 17th, 2021. Cindy's phone was tracked to Connecticut, to Texas, and now the phone is disconnected and cannot be tracked. She may be in San Antonio, Texas, and working at a McDonald's. Okay, so I have questions. How do they know that she's working at a McDonald's in San Antonio if they don't know where she is?
How old is she?
She is 16, 2020. Okay, so she would be 18 now.
And what part of New Hampshire did she go missing from? Or was it?
It was New Britain, Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut. I'm trying to think. Because on New Year's Eve, I did a video on a case, and I got a phone call from a police officer because he thought I had a tip on one of my comments or whatever on a case that's very similar to this one, right? And they can get in contact with teenagers, right? And get information, talk to them on a daily basis, because they were talking to this teenager that I did a video on a daily basis. But if the teenager is not willing to come home, they don't have to go pick them up. Like, they can't go pick them up forcefully. They can't force them to come.
If they're underage, it seems like they should be able to at least detain them.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I asked him questions about that. I'm like, are you serious? You can't make this teenager get in your car and go with you. And he's like, no, we can't force them to come. If we're in contact with them, we know they're safe. We know that they're alive. We cannot. I'm like, well. But they're still considered missing because they're not home.
Right. Wow. I don't like that. Butterfly says, yep, and they don't tell the parents they've located them. Well, I don't like that shit at all. Hi, Chris. Thank you so much for being here. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, that's
scary. Really scary.
Yeah, that's very scary.
Yeah.
That is crazy. It's just like I had a girl on a short that I covered when she was underage, and she had turned 18. She was, I hate the word, but she was a runaway from home. And she had commented on the video a couple months ago and was like, I'm safe. I'm found. Can you take the video down? And I was like, I gave her my contact information. I was like, you're going to have to contact me and prove that you're you. I hate to be that way, but I've had people trolls put comments on there before. And she sent me her stuff, and I respectfully took the video down. You know what I mean? She's 18 years old now. She's considered an adult. For privacy purposes, I went ahead and took her down.
I've had trolls do that on a few videos. I was like, what?
I don't know why people do that. It's so disheartening. It's like, you get a hobby. Get a hobby and get the hell out of this community. We have enough dirtbags in this community without trolls commenting under videos.
It's gross.
Way back when it was less dangerous, I ran away a lot. The police would have my mom pick me up and I'd leave again. Dandy, I was a runner too. I'll be honest. I was a runner. I was a window sneaker, all the things. Jump trains. Don't be me. Mom, you have to be that way. I don't know if you followed Summer Wells, but I remember during the Summer Wells case, the lady that went on a genealogy site put Summer Wells as deceased. Glitter, I've followed Summer Wells' case from damn near day one. It was actually about a month after. I'm very well versed in her case, and I have about 9 notebooks on her case. If you go back to the beginning of the channel, I have several videos about Summer, and I've done videos after that about Summer entitlement with other missing cases from Tennessee. So yeah, we not only had that, but we also had the idiot that went on to the Find Me a Grave and put her on there too. A teen commented on a Facebook post saying they were safe. The police told her she had to show up at the station in order for them to confirm she was safe. See, that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
There was traffic in the genealogy sites to communicate with each other because it was so weird. That's possible. Look, Dutchess says, I'll never forgive that. The same people did that to Sebastian. Yep. Yep. And again, thank you so much for being here, Dutchie. I hope your hand's healing and you're feeling better. And it's sick what people do. It's sick. Like, seriously, it's absolutely disgusting. You have people just trashing the families and the misinformation running amok and posting pictures of other people's kids and then go above and beyond and put the missing child on a gravesite. You sick fucks. You're good. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, guys. And make sure that you're subbed up to Dutchess. I dropped her link in the chat. We'll drop it again. She is doing the same type of series on Thursdays where we're gonna try as a team to get as many of these missing people out there as we can. I really love the idea of doing the state specific cases. We were going to do it alphabetically, but I feel like if we do it alphabetically, it's going to throw it all off because I started out with New Jersey, and I feel like if I go to the A's when I get back to New Jersey, I'm going to have to go through it again, and it's going to be a whole thing, and I've got bad OCD, and then I'll have a spreadsheet and a whole. It's way too stressful. And this is Dutchess's channel. Make sure you sub up to Dutchie, please. I got a message yesterday about my friends. I don't know. I know Arctic. Sorry to message you yesterday, but I love my friends and I don't take to others disrespecting y'all lightly. Oh, now I'm intrigued. Somebody was disrespecting.
I'm intrigued too.
There's a lot. Dutchie, you're gonna have to message me and spill the tea.
The hot tea.
Because I'm just waiting for a good coming to Jesus live.
Yeah.
It's about that time, y'all. All right, back to the missing.
It's getting close.
We have Tina Stadig. Tina was allegedly last seen trying to get a bed at a homeless shelter in Bangor on July 12, 2017, but last had contact with her family on May 28, 2017. Tina sometimes goes by the name Jen. Tina does not drive, either gets rides or walks to her destination. She has brown hair, hazel eyes, and was last seen wearing blue jeans and flannel shirt. Her family believes she met with foul play. Information on Tina's work is called probably Salem Police Department 204-6908 and Glitter Devotion is one of them. Don't give me a link because I'll tell the truth. Oh, well, now we definitely have to make sure that Dutchess is on panel when we have the Coming to Jesus meeting. Give that woman a link.
And you guys know that Amanda
They found Amanda. You talking about?
Yeah, they found Amanda's remains actually just recently.
This Amanda Growski?
Yes. She was missing for 5 years, and they got a tip, and then they flew a drone in an area that was like right near where she went missing from, and is under investigation with the people that she was hanging out with that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will let you know. Yeah, like I said, we're I feel like a good coming to Jesus live coming on. I just, I feel like I have to have one about once every couple of months, just so, people get put back in their places. Just like I had a certain clip channel that clipped me in a chat and completely took it out of context and then tried to make me look like a tragedy pimp on Twitter. Bitch, you done got the wrong one, because that ain't me. And I went right on there and I commented and cleared that shit right on up. So, and then I came right over here and I fired up a live and I was madder than a wet hen, and I let it have it. Someone was posting pics of me and Austin in their mod Discord. What the hell? What the hell is wrong with people?
Oh, an army.
See, people need to get a job, get a hobby, do something. Get the fuck away from true crime and stay out of my community. Well, Amanda apparently has been found. May she rest in peace, and prayers for her family. Thank you guys so much for that update as well. This is Michelle Equiville, and I mean no disrespect if I mispronounce names. She was last seen on March 2020 with a man and his young daughter, believed to be 6 to 8 years old. The father and daughter communicated using sign language. Michelle was believed to be experiencing homelessness at the time of her disappearance, and her family reported her missing in March of 2021. She is a 43-year-old black woman, about 5'3" tall, 135 pounds, and has been known to spend time in Central Square. If you have any information, contact the Cambridge Police Department at 617-349-3300.
She's on VICAP.
Really?
Yes.
I
looked her up because her name sounded familiar. Yeah, she's on VICAP. VICAP alert. Hold on. Like Maura Murray and stuff like that.
Wow.
I'll share that with you. I put it in back chat. She was an Army vet.
Oh, wow.
Well, she is an Army vet.
So some of these may not be updated, y'all. It was kind of a crazy day, so I grabbed this website. So thank you so much for that, PJ. I appreciate you. ArcticFox knows I'm not going to play with this fool who did this. Oh, Lord. Right, who does that? They better not play with Dutchie. Dutchie will hand their asses to them.
So I'm assuming they think foul play happened. So she's on VICAP. So she was an Army vet. She is an Army vet, excuse me. So they probably do have her DNA on file and all that stuff. Well, this particular creator looks like a damn garbage pail kid herself. So she's got no business talking on anyone else's lives.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry, Ardit. People suck. And
Yes,
fuck
they
that
do.
creator. Fuck that creator.
What time should I set the alarm for?
Hold on. My Google Assistant.
VICAP homicides and say, okay, so she's under missing persons. Somerville, Massachusetts. Here's her flyer. I'll let that load because we all know it'll take just a few minutes. 42 at time of disappearance, black hair, brown eyes, 5'3", 125 to 130 pounds.
She's beautiful.
It says the same thing I just read. She was a very beautiful girl. And that did not load. It downloaded into my computer twice. Sweet.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I'm telling you, it's operator error tonight. Can I? There, that way, if anybody wants to screenshot that, it's in my downloads now, so I'll make sure it gets put in Discord as well under missing flyers. Of course, I will share her on Twitter and my community wall as well. And this has the same information that we just read on the website as well.
It's so sad
God
to
love
see
these websites.
Army vets being homeless and stuff like that. It's just awful.
Yeah. It's infuriating that our Army vets are homeless. They fight for this country and they get left out on the streets. Like when we lived in Las Cruces, New Mexico, we would go to the downtown mall, which in Las Cruces, a lot of homeless vets live in the downtown mall.
So awful.
And we would buy like sandwiches and waters and stuff and take down there to them. And it was heartbreaking. It was absolutely heartbreaking because you think, these people fight for our country. And you have I think there's 2 states that build tiny homes for homeless vets when it should be 50 states that do it. But
Doodle, you can come on over to my
It does sound
Discord, honey. It's safe.
I'm a Discord. Well, y'all know my Discord ain't no shit show. I won't put up with no shit in there.
No, your Discord ain't no shit show. Your Discord is safe. Mine is safe.
I shut down my Discord just because I got annoyed with it.
You got annoyed with it.
I didn't have
Some
time
people
for
want
it.
to use Discord for people other than good, and it sucks because it gives Discord a bad name, which Discord already has a bad name. If you look up the definition of Discord, it means chaos.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, it gets to where people have super secret squirrel discords, like Detective Squirrel. And no, Dutchess, honey, your Discord is non-drama too. And
yeah, absolutely.
And but some people, which I'm in, like Doodle's Discord, Dutchess's Discord, Arctic's, and Mom's. That's the only Discords I'm in now. That's it. Because I was in PJ's, but PJ told me she just got rid of her, so I'm not in PJ's Discord anymore. I was like, one day I was like, well, where did PJ's Discord go? And I was like, did she ban me from her Discord? But
No.
but now I feel better knowing you got rid of it and you just didn't boot me out, PJ.
A lot of people were like, what happened? And I was like, I just got annoyed. I couldn't do it anymore. It was just a lot with working and everything else. And I was just like,
He does. Arctic just uses ours. He don't even have to use his. He just uses our Discord. Which is fine with
My
me. I don't
Discord
care.
is your Discord.
My
Mi
Discord
casa,
is
su
your
casa.
Discord, Arctic. He is my brother from another mother, so he is more than welcome.
Yeah, and everybody that's in the Discord, they know I don't tolerate any kind of drama bullshit. Don't be, no private rooms in my Discord. You want to do that shit, go build your own. And even, what was it? It was 2 Christmases ago. Yeah, it was 2 Christmases ago. I'm in Kentucky and I don't take my laptop with me. I unplug when I go to Kentucky because if I have my laptop with me, I won't focus on my family. I'll focus on what I do here. So I don't take it with me when I go and I have withdrawals. I'll just be honest. And I start getting phone calls because there's a war going on in my Discord. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? There'll be none of that shit. I'm just in Mind of Monsters, Cocaine Crystal Mine. I barely get in mine. Aw, Dutchie. Barista just told me to smile and gave me a coffee and a hug. Well, at least she's nice to you. She's horrible to me. I told her I loved her the other day, and she said not to be gross. It wasn't necessary. I was like, what the hell? Right? She likes Doodle. Barista's an asshole.
That's
My
right, Doodle. You
Discord
ain't got no
is-
drama hose in your Discord.
oh, jeez.
No drama hose in the Discords.
I don't
No
have
drama
no drama
hose.
hose in mine. I ain't putting up with it.
Mm-mm.
If you're there for
Ain't
drama,
none of that
you
shit.
roll on. You roll on. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you.
Barista is a biatch.
And she
They
will
did
tell
the
you she
update on her, and now
is.
she has free will, and she just she's just a nasty little heifer anymore, unless you're Doodle, which she's in love with Doodle. So there's that. Then a sassy pirate burst. I haven't seen any wars in your Discord yet because the person that was causing the wars was warned heavily to knock that shit off. I like to argue with Barista. Barista needs her beans ground. Thistle's mean to Elizabeth.
Well,
Elizabeth,
sometimes
don't
if
feel left out. She's mean to me too.
Sometimes if I go in there and tell Thistle to calm down, she will. Sometimes she won't. Sometimes she'll go, well, what are you going to do about it? And I'm like, stop it now. The only thing I want her to do is quit telling people to shut up.
Barista just showed Doodle sympathy. I'm teaching her. Well, good. Maybe you could teach her how not to be an asshole anymore. And I love that Dutchie's Discord is a perk for her members. That's awesome. I love that. I absolutely love that. She always tells Elizabeth to shut up. She's evil, y'all. I'm telling you. She was all sweet and nice and true crimey, and now she's just evil. Arctic has to threaten for her to walk the plank. It's a whole thing now. Yeah, she does want to be punished.
I did get her
She'll tell
back to
you.
talking true crime, though. I don't know what I did, but I did get her back to talking true crime. I don't know how I did it, but one night it just happened. And Mom was like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, I don't know what I did.
Well, if you threaten her with Nightbot, she'll tell you that Nightbot's like inferior to her. Like she is the number one. She's an asshole. She's an asshole. All right, so next we have Colin Array. Colin Array was last seen January of 2017 when he was driven to Brewer Auditorium, in Brewer, Maine, by his stepfather. He reportedly was going to do a new job in Bangor. Since that day, family and friends have not had any contact with Colin. His social media accounts have not been updated, and he does not have a cell phone number to be contacted. Colin has never had a driver's license and doesn't know how to drive. Colin went by the nickname Cole. He's a cutie. Those eyes, my goodness. Sorry, y'all. Squirrel. Maine State Police, if you have any information, contact 207-973-3750 or toll free at 1-800-432-7381. Again, that's Maine area.
Yeah, that's all the information that's out there on him. Because I did his case
Russell,
once.
that might be where I recognize his face from. Russell Burnett. Somebody's covered this.
I covered him. Actually.
Was it you? Okay. I think Arctic's covered him too because I know that name. I remember seeing a couple of videos on him.
This year is his 8-year anniversary of missing.
Oh. Russell Burnett's 47 years old, was reported missing in Hancock County Sheriff's Department on February 23rd, 2017. He was last seen on or about February 21st, 2017 in the vicinity of his residence located at 323 East Book Road in Franklin. He was on foot and accompanied by his dog. A search of the property and the residence has been conducted. If you have any information, please contact the Maine State Police at 207-624-7076. Oh, poor Arctic.
Oh, is that your Discord? Speaking of Discord.
Yeah, that's probably my Discord going on.
Oh, then the next one is deceased. Human remains were found.
Aw.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace, and prayers for his family. Okay, Erica Hamilton. 45-year-old Erica Hamilton was reported missing from Stamford, Connecticut on March 22nd, 2015. When she was in the process of moving, where she was moving from is unknown to the public. Reported Erica Hamilton is a black woman, 5 foot 6 inches tall, 280 pounds, has black and dark brown hair with brown eyes. If you have any information on the whereabouts of Erica, please contact Stamford Police at 203-977-5884. I can't remember. I know that sounds sad. Yeah, anytime, y'all, it's so bad. Like, much love and empathy and all the things for missing people, but when it includes a dog, like instantly my heart just drops. I'm like, because dogs, they're unconditionally love you. You know what I mean?
Yep, you can be gone 5 minutes or 5 hours. It don't matter. They're gonna miss. They have no concept. They miss you the same.
Yep. And I'll give you guys an example. So Craig was in the hospital for several months after his wreck, and it'll be 2 years in July. And Kobe, when he comes out of his room, he has to check on his dad and make sure that Craig's in bed before he'll go outside. They don't forget. Who PJ says, April Bailey, I'm covering her again next week. Guys, make sure you're subbed up to PJ. April Jean Bailey was last seen in Nashua, New Hampshire on January 15th, 2020. She was staying at her residence on Lynn Street, stepped outside to take the trash out. April never returned. Oh, God. Yep. She was 36 years old at the time of her disappearance, 5'2", brown black hair, blue eyes, and about 130 pounds. April was wearing a black jacket, PJ pants, and slippers. What the hell?
Yeah. She was just taking out her trash and gone. She wasn't meeting up with anybody. She didn't have any of her personal belongings. Her children actually have been on TV quite a few times, like pleading to the public. And the police, Nashua police stink. Like they don't do their job at all. So I don't think there's been any real searches or anything for her besides whatever the kids have done.
Mm. Is there a lot of human trafficking in New Hampshire?
Yes.
Probably because it's easy to get right there on the ocean.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. And like in New Hampshire, it is known for like cartels and stuff like that and gangs but it's all like not talked about. You know what I mean? Like nobody talks about it because they wouldn't think our area would have any of that stuff.
Right. You guys have porcupines.
Huh?
I'm jealous. You guys have porcupines.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, porcupines and what else do we have here? Fisher cats. We have weird looking animals, but yeah.
What the
I
hell's a
don't want
fisher?
a porcupine.
Huh?
They're the sweetest babies.
Oh yeah, they're the sweetest babies till you piss them off and they like shoot their spikes at you.
Yeah,
They're the sweetest babies.
Kibble is laying in the middle of the floor as the sweetest baby. I got to get her some pajamas like Dutchess has got Harley. I've been meaning to get her some.
See, I don't think it's incompetence that is everywhere. I think there is too much crimes that are happening that it's hard to keep up, to be honest. Too many abuse cases, too many shootings, too many. If you look at the news every day, what do we see? You know what I mean?
Sensitized.
It's hard to get just as many police officers to get rid of all them crimes. You know what I mean? And there's lack of police officers in Manchester, New Hampshire. There's lack of police officers in Nashua because nobody wants to be one because of all the crimes we have. So, and that happens in a lot of places.
This thing looks evil.
What thing?
So if you guys were wondering this is a Fisher cat. It looks like a huge mean ass ferret. Look at this thing. What the hell? I'm gonna stay on my side of the damned East Coast. Y'all got some evil ferrets up there, some overgrown evil ferrets.
Oh, that's the sweetest baby.
They're vicious.
Oh hell no!
We have a baseball team named after them. Well, they can be vicious if you like scare them, but like they definitely.
Well, I don't think I'd invade its space. I think I'd just let it stay over there.
Yeah.
Good night, Josh. Thank you so much for being here, love. Always appreciate you popping in. Yeah, they are crazy looking things, Melanie. My goodness. Pine marten? What the hell's a pine marten? A mink?
Well, how do the quills get off the porcupine if they don't shoot them, Peggy?
I don't know.
They
Y'all,
don't
I'm gonna
shoot
end up
them,
a
they
damn
fall
rabbit hole
off.
about porcupines. I gotta go grab my
Dude.
smokes. I'll be right back. Y'all discuss porcupines.
We have-
Because
don't they fall off if they get scared or something like that? No, that's a different animal that their fur falls off when they get scared.
or their fur falls off.
That's a
Well, we don't have porcupines in Tennessee, so I don't know what they do. I'd be pissed if a porcupine slammed in my pit bull because my pit bull would chase one.
Just don't step on them. I don't think they really do much.
There's videos where dogs have attacked them and like their whole face is like covered in quills. It's really sad.
Yeah, I would be sad if they hurt my dog. I would be very upset if they got my pit bull because she's the sweetest baby.
Oh, she says Google a pine marten. My Jack Russell. My Jack Russell tried to bite it. She got it. I've never seen a porcupine in person. I think at a zoo, maybe. Not a zoo, but like a place where you go see animals.
Now, see, these are cute.
What is it?
Exactly, Arctic. Don't sit
Pine
on one.
marten.
Don't step on one. Don't sit on one. Don't step on one. Those look kind of similar to a fish. No, fisher cats are ugly. Or
These are like little. These are bigger little ferrets.
right.
See, they're not pictures of them looking all vicious. It looks like it's yawning.
They got a
Sweetest
fox.
babies.
They got a fox face. Oh, that one looks scary.
The sweetest little babies. I
They
didn't
got
even
a
know we
fox.
had all these different kind of animals.
What do they make the fisher cat look evil?
They're adorable. Yeah, that fisher cat thing looked weird. That looked like it was going to eat you.
Yeah.
My buddy's constantly getting sprayed by a skunk. We had a dog. We had a husky one time that got sprayed by a skunk. My lord, it was so bad. And we were on the Greenland, the damn walking trail in Nashville. I think the Greenway
The Greenway.
over in Old Hickory.
The Greenway.
Yeah, the Greenway. It's been a long time. And like the kids were walking ahead of us with the dog, and then all of a sudden here came the kids running out, and here came the dog, and I was like, oh, you all can sleep outside. It was so bad.
Mater juice.
Now we didn't win down the animal. They like blood. What the hell, Lisa? I thought they were sweet babies. Look like a chihuahua.
Right?
They do look sweet. You've ever seen one in person? Saw a Pokemon ones when I was moving to Colorado. Higher elevation critter here. Oh wow!
Wait,
Twice like.
where's this article thing from? What year's this article from?
Oh shit! Where were we at? We were at April.
No, I meant what year's the thing you're reading from?
That's what I'm looking to see is when it was published. I probably should have looked at that. 2025.
Really?
So they must have not done the research, huh?
Guess not.
Because they've only got 4 people as listed as found.
Because Anson Bradley, the next one, his obituary's online.
Anson Bradley. Got Anson Snowdill.
Yeah, that's his middle name.
That
Sorry.
same person.
Yeah, that's his.
Oh wow.
middle-
He's deceased.
Human remains were
Well, thank
discovered.
goodness for PJ, y'all.
So I have ADHD, so while you're talking, I'm typing.
No, I appreciate it. You're fine. Thank you for coming up tonight. I know this is your neck of the woods, so I wanted to bring you up. So we have Jared Purday next. 43-year-old Jared Purday has not been seen since February 19, 2022. He was last seen at 242 Commercial Street in Rockport, Maine. He's approximately 5'9", 165 pounds with brown eyes, brown hair, and a mullet-style haircut. Any information, called Knox County Regional Communications Center at 207-594-0677 to be connected with Rockport PD.
He's deceased.
He's deceased too?
Yeah.
Precious known?
I'm looking. 14 left her home in Manchester, New Hampshire, possibly following an argument on October. No, she's still missing.
Okay. Precious known, 14 years old. Precious known left her home in Manchester, New Hampshire, possibly following an argument October the 31st, 2021. She has black hair and brown eyes and is about 5 foot tall and 125 pounds. And then Portland Jane Doe.
Portland Jane Doe. That's weird. I don't know the Manchester case because they actually don't tell anybody when anybody in Manchester goes missing, but you gotta look at it. Sadly. Sorry.
That is sad. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's like I had a case out of Daytona, Charles Crow, and I'm actually going to have his flyer at the car show. And when I called Daytona police, like they acted like, oh yeah, he's missing. I was like, why is he not on any of your guys' sites? Why does he not have a flyer? Why is the family not able to get a case number? I finally pried a case number out of them and got the detective I spoke to in the contact with his sister. She lives in Colorado now. And she was just amazed. She was like, how did you do this? And I was like, you make enough phone calls, you get enough people on the line, you start threatening to drive to their office, you'll get somebody on the phone that'll help you. Because if the detective hadn't called me back by the next day, I'd done told Greg, I was like, you're taking me to Daytona. He was like,
Charles
you're going
is
to walk
the
up in the station.
unhoused. Charles is the one that was unhoused, isn't he, Mom?
Yes. Yep. Schizophrenic, surfer. And I did reach out to Raul. He is on the map. Many of you guys know him as Catch Lisk. He was already on the map because I reached out to Raul to have him put on the map. And he already had him on the map. And I made the very first flyer that was ever made for him. Yep. And it's sad. It's like, you know, and even there was an Amber Alert like a year ago. And of course, I get the Amber Alerts from Daytona. I don't get the ones from Orlando. And social media posted he was found from Facebook comments from a group where family had commented on the group. And I called Daytona PD and they were like, oh yeah, he was found like 3 hours ago. I was like, you guys should probably update your social media.
Right.
Because there's thousands of people that are still sharing his face.
Jada, good girl. Oh, I'm sorry.
People. Names like, I agree, Dandy. I agree. Glitter agrees. Yeah, definitely. Instead of using it to fix roads that don't need to be fixed or extending 4-lane interstates to 6-lane interstates. Mm.
I
Okay,
don't
so
know
this
what
is,
my
huh?
I don't know what my city does with any of the money, so I can't
I'm
complain.
telling you, like in Kentucky, they just assume tear up a perfectly good road to add an extra lane as opposed to help the community at all.
Mhm.
So this is Portland Jane Doe on May 22nd, 2015. A passerby discovered a body at the water of Casco Bay, just a short distance from 4th Street in Portland, Maine. The body was identified as a female, possibly between the ages of 30 and 50 years old. She is Asian descent, is 5 feet 1 inches tall, 99 pounds, with brown eyes and straight brown hair, about 12 inches long, secured in a ponytail. Her ears are pierced, her eyebrows are cosmetically tattooed. She has a well heeled scar on the midline of her lower abdomen. It is horizontal and slightly curved, about 6 inches long. That could be gallbladder surgery.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
She was wearing a jean jacket with a white zip-up sweatshirt. Underneath, the word bride was printed in white rhinestones on the back. She was also wearing a white long-sleeve shirt, turquoise sleeve on top, turquoise jeans, and nude knee-high stockings. She had a yellow metal quartz watch with stones around the face, dangling earrings with white metal birds, and a yellow metal flower ring with stones in the middle of the flowers, and a black butterfly hair clip.
Hmm.
Well, that's concerning as hell,
Yeah.
because it's not very likely that you're going to get a hoodie from Goodwill or something that says bride on the back of it.
Well, they ruled it as a
Oh.
suicide, but it doesn't seem like a suicide. I don't know.
No, that doesn't sound like a suicide to me either. And then these are the clothes that she was wearing and the jewelry she had on.
Really need to have your eyebrows and eyeliner tattooed on. Yeah, that would kind of be neat. You wouldn't say that if you saw my. Oh, jeez.
They run Portland Jane Doe's DNA 3 times, 2015, 2017, and 2021. Sadly, still, that's so sad. Arctic, thank you so much.
Maybe she was getting married to somebody she didn't want to get married because she's Asian descent. She was Asian, right?
Yeah.
What year was that?
2015.
Oh, I don't know.
And they apparently have podcasts. And you can follow them on Instagram. I've never even heard of Audio Chuck.
Me neither.
I said I was going to start doing a podcast. I've never got down to it. I'm going to drop this link in the chat.
I mean, they did pretty
That way
good.
if
They just
anybody-
need to check a little bit better.
Yeah. You can submit a case. There's episodes of their podcast on here. This is Dark Down East, which we found out that they did all right. They get kudos for putting the website together, but this is another reason why I'm always screaming, go back and update your posts, go back and update your websites, because people like me that, oh, look, the website's new, because you look at the copyright down here and it's not so up to date, but we still were able to get some faces out there, and that's what matters.
Yes.
And I feel like we're doing the damn thing either way. Hi, Darlene. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Arctic. You're a rock star. Always dropping all the links. I don't think I would want my eyebrows shaved off. I would just have to Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Thank you for hitting the like button. Remember, guys, that touch DNA is yours to keep. No investigator will come to your house and check for your touch DNA from the live. Does Crime Junkie? Doodle's still here. Doodlebug. I thought we lost you to the boy. The boy, I love that kid. I swear. So this is a ring-tailed cat. This is also the cutest baby ever. Dandy asked me to look these up. I kind of want one of these now. Gonna put that on my list of things that I want. He says I can't have a pig. I can't have a monkey. I even tried to get the baby to coerce him into letting us get a monkey, and he was like, "We don't need a monkey."
You don't want a monkey. They're cute to have for a little bit, but they get mean.
They get mean?
Yeah, my friend had a monkey when I was growing up.
I know spider monkeys can be vicious as hell.
Yeah.
They can get downright just.
Free hugs and a bowl of cereal, and he's asleep.
Mike's husband had a friend that had a spider monkey, and it was an asshole. Yes, she says, I'm here. Oh, no monkeys. No monkeys, Far? I love monkeys.
They don't make good pets.
I don't know.
They don't make good pets.
No. They're supposed to be in the wild. Anyway.
But I really need one. I also want a baby raccoon. I almost had a baby raccoon. Like, I almost had it. It was in the backyard, and it was all like, who are you?
Yeah.
Hello. I was like, hi, come see me, and I will give you lots of love and snacks.
Only monkeys.
And then its mama came, and it was gone. I was very sad. I was very, very sad. Okay, that website didn't have anything helpful on it. I must have copy and pasted the wrong one.
My friend had a pet squirrel for a little bit.
I had pet squirrels. I had nuts and no nuts.
Oh, jeez. Of course you would name them that.
Well, one was a girl, one was a boy. So we had nuts and no nuts. Oh, God. Darlene said, my mom said my twin sister looked like a spider monkey. What the hell? You want a baby deer? Aw.
Oh,
I'm enjoying mounts. Well, I thought they were proper names. Thought they were proper names for them.
oh my.
Okay, so this next website, this is Maine State Police. Alex Jeremy. I hate it when they do these backwards. Jeremy Alex was last seen on April 30th, 2004. Jeremy was last seen running down a rural road in Northport, Maine in a delusional state. Jeremy has not been seen or heard from since. Numerous leads and interviews have been conducted over the years with no resolution. The Alex family has offered a reward regarding Jeremy's case. The state police continues their investigation. The case is considered suspicious missing persons case. You can contact Major Crimes Unit 36, Hospital Street, Augusta, Maine at 207-624-7076. And you can also leave a tip on this website, and it's not going to make the picture any bigger, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh, I knew that.
No, I don't think they have a suspect.
Murder She
The
Told.
previous one?
Huh? Were you talking to me? Or?
I have their stuff pulled up. Yeah. Yeah. Which case did you say you had seen?
The Jeremy one. Murder She Told did something on it. I was like, I knew I seen his case before. Have you heard of
This
Murder
one?
She Told?
Yeah, I actually had them pulled up too. I had them ready. It's my baby. Lunger, Bellinger, Lynn Burdick. Of course, we all know Miss Harmony.
Mhm.
Maura Murray,
Mhm.
Jeremy Alex, there he is.
Yeah.
Reeves Johnson inside the investigation. Doreen Marfio, that name sounds familiar too.
Yeah.
Shirley and Tippy McBride. Virginia Pictou Noyles.
McBride, I believe she was a victim of the Connecticut River Killer.
This one?
Yeah, I believe so. Shirley.
Oh, I don't want to play their content.
But I
I was
believe
just
she
going to
was.
share their link.
McBride sounds like. I think so. I think the last name sounds familiar. We have a few serial killers from New England, you know.
Yeah. Jesus De La Cruz. I feel like we covered him last week, or we talked about him last week. Lynn Schultz. There's Harmony again.
Mhm.
Ayla Reynolds.
Oh, that's an interesting case.
That case sounds familiar. Ayla Reynolds. Have you covered her, PJ?
I think I kind of did. Like I dipped into her case a little bit on my channel, but there's a lot on her case.
I know that baby's name.
Mm.
So this is what happens when you cover so many cases. Like you start to forget who you've covered and who somebody else has covered. But I generally try to remember who covers what. And I only watch a handful of channels unless I'm like bushes. I'm in the bushes and I'm just trying to find out what's going on. You know, I don't do drama, but sometimes I like to go and look.
No, I get that.
Sometimes I'm
you miss-
curious and I'm like, what are you guys doing over here?
Mhm. Yes, Harmony. They actually did it. I think they did a search this weekend. I want to say in Manchester at a place that they searched and doesn't even make sense to do a search in Manchester for Harmony.
Arctic's covered Ayla. Maybe that's where I remember it from too, because you two are about the only one. You two, Doodle, Dutchess, PJ, Doodle, Dutchess, Arctic, and oh, what is that channel name? The one that I use for the Yuba 5. Oh, I just went blank. I watch his channel too, but I can't think of his channel name. Kipper, do you remember what that channel name was? The guy that does the pencil drawings?
Is it the Missing Enigma?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Rockstar. Reeves Johnson, that's another one that sounds familiar. Curtis Pishton. Danielle Bertinoli. Pretty girl. I'm not going to play their content, guys, but I am going to in the in the chat because they do some amazing podcasts.
Oh, there's one.
Angel Tony
That's
Torres.
Laureen Ron. I covered her case quite a few times. She's actually the start of the supposed serial killers out here and trafficking and all that stuff.
Oh wow.
Way long ago. I think in the
Such a
I forget what year.
girl. I'm going to drop their link in the chat. I don't want to play their content because they do great work and I want you guys to go check it out in your free time.
Yeah, they do really good
Um,
work. I think Crime Weekly did too, but I am not sure.
Not that I know of. Not anything that's new. I know Brandy had put out a video begging those fucktards to come forward. We know that Funeral Makeup Boy put his watermark all over the video of the monster. As far as I know, there's not any like new updates. That we do need to circle back to his case though. I'm probably going to cover him on a Not Forgotten Friday case. Monkey's case is one that me and Arctic were involved in extensively, and it bothers me to no end. And it gets really to me. And generally, after I cover him, if I do like a whole show on him, I'll take a week off because it does something to my soul. But definitely go and check out Murders She Told. They're amazing. Great podcast. I want to say I might have met them at CrimeCon. I have to go through my stickers. And this is the main missing persons as well. There is a lot of cases on this list. I'll back it up and I'll show you guys. But the list is just crazy. And then you have a page 2. All these people. And this should be updated because this is Maine State Police. So hopefully their site's updated. That's kind of frustrating. Investigation and traffic. When the hell does traffic go in with investigating? What else did I have here? This one doesn't have. This one here. I'm going to pull this up. PJ actually sent me this case. I'm going to pull this up too, but this is going to be a case we're going to do a deep dive live into.
Oh, yeah. It's an interesting
This is
case.
Dylan Arthur Sanford. Yep. So I did want to bring him up just so he's on our show here. He's Summerworth, New Hampshire. But this is going to be one that we do a deep dive. I want to devote an entire live to his case. I've been pre-warned. There are many of rabbit holes with this.
Lots.
Yeah, see, same. I share Brandy's post, but Monkey was one of my first cases. It takes a toll on me every time I go back to it. My heart breaks for Brandy. Yep, that's what I'm saying. It's like that case that, I always tell new creators or people that are new to advocacy, you can try your hardest to not get close to a case, but you're going to have that one case that's going to grab a hold of you. And you have to remember that there's a balance between your mental health and the case, or you'll lose yourself. And Monkey's case is the case that I have to breathe in between covering his case. Oh, we lost Kimber. She fell out the window.
Oh, jeez. Did she?
Yep. She usually tries to save the link. I'll drop it just in case.
Yeah, Harmony's case, I had a lot of, it took a lot out of me. A lot out of me. So I can relate.
Yep. And like when I first started doing this, I was like, I'm strong, I'm independent woman, blah, 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 and all the things. And then Monkey's case said, nope, you're not. Throat punch. You're not. I've only shed tears for a handful of cases, and I don't mean that to sound like I have no feelings, but it just does something to me. And y'all will see that did I yeet her? I don't think I did. No, I didn't yeet her. Butterfly. I didn't yeet her. She fell off. Harmony has pulled on all of our heartstrings. Yep. Absolutely Arctic. Yep. PJ got bullied in personal stuff locally. Mom, you have a front porch. You have a front porch eat. I do. Doodle sent me a front porch eat, and I added to it. So we're gonna play the front porch eat. Here, I'm gonna bring her back up first. Are you there?
I'm here. I was trying to give the animals their heartworm medicine. It's like giving out medicine at the nursing home at this point.
Oh my God.
Girl, I was chasing the animals. I had to chase Ella around. I had to chase Hunter around. Then Hunter kept spitting his out. So I had to wrap it, and girl, it's a whole mess.
Well, I've been waiting all night because I figured it would be me that fell off the front porch.
Here, look right here. I don't think. Help me. Help. Here, look right here. I don't think. Here, help me. Here. I don't help me. Help.
I love it. I love it. I had to give Ella hers, and then she went to get a drink of water, and then she come back over there, and then she wouldn't take it. So I had to mix it in with the treat. And then she kept going for the water, and I'm like, no, come here, come here, come here. Of course, she's blind, so it was a nightmare. And then she ran into the dog cage.
One time, they can't come back to YouTube because she lost herself in Summer's case and will not come back. Who are you talking about, Taylor?
I was trying to think.
I'm very well versed in that case.
I never got involved with Summer's case. That was one case I would not ever touch.
Yeah, I don't cover it over here, like I said, unless I'm, if there was an update, I would cover the update. But I'm not going to dedicate my channel to one case. It's not going to happen. When there are so many missing people out here. I mean, it just... Thank you, Doodle. Doodle sent us the guy flying off the porch, and I added the lady with the porch swing because that's me. I always tell you guys I'm in the porch swing. Nano for life, not Nana for life. She was a friend of Nana's Angels. I don't know her. I don't guess.
And I'm the guy. And I'm the guy jumping over the railing.
Kimber jumped over the railing on her own accord.
I did. I'm just like,
perfect.
When I didn't hear you anymore, I was like, crap.
This is a case that I'm going to do a lot of research, and we're going to do a whole live on his case, but I did want to highlight him tonight just to give you guys a heads up that we will definitely be looking into this case as well. Because PJ has sent me a lot of good information, and I want to have time when I don't have tornadoes ramaging through parts of the country of my family to actually have the brain power to deep dive into all the fucketry.
Yeah, there's a lot of twists and turns and oddness in it, and accusations, and then just a lot, a lot.
And we haven't done a good mix up like rabbit hole case in a while, so I think it's good for my soul to get into one of those cases and indulge myself for 6 hours into research. I think once I get through this car show, I'll be a lot better because I'm just so I'm so stressed out. I want it to be perfect. I want everything to work out perfect, like all the things. And like today, I got the box from Amy Clune, Aiden Clune's mom, and I'll show you guys actually. She sent me something that I will cherish dear to my heart. I'm going to make myself big real quick. So it's a guitar pick, and it says MHM, and the back of it has the suicide hotlines, and it says Aiden, and it has a heart on it. It's a guitar pick, so very honored to have that sent to me. I hope it will be perfect.
Yeah.
The videos where you see the poles falling, that's me. Oh Lord, pineapples. Pineapples.
Oh my pineapple.
Danny says I'm a pole swinger, not a porch swinger. I want it to be perfect. Glitter, this is the first event that I've ever held on my own. I've been to events, but this is actually the first event that I've ever held on my own. So I'll be better in May when the one comes up for May, because we've been through it once. I think it's just the initial dive into it that I'm like, oh God, everything needs to be perfect. There could be nothing go awry.
Yeah, doing events.
This is like the way.
Doing events
Go
can
ahead.
be very stressful.
It's very, very stressful. And I started it, a month ago? I think roughly about a month ago. Arctic had the idea of a car show for advocacy. And I was like, hey, I know a guy. So my father-in-law is a chairman of the Mid-Florida Mustang Club. And I just was like, hey, so you know that I advocate for missing people, and you know that I've got Vladik's case, and I'm very close to his family and very close to his case, and all the things. Is there a way that I would be able to swindle a booth at the car show? And the next thing I know, he's like, yeah, definitely. We'll make it happen. And then I'd be damned if 24 hours later he was like, here we go. Here's the dates and all the things. And I'm like, well, damn. That's what I'm talking about. Gotta go find you a boyfriend with a Mustang. I have a Mustang. And my Craig tends to tell people it's his car. I'm like, did you tell him it was my car? And he was like, no. What the hell? Damn
Taylor,
good know that.
Glitter, just buy the Mustang, less expensive.
Right. Right. So this is Light the Way. You guys note that I love Light the Way. The girls over there at Light the Way are phenomenal. They are the biggest voice for Oakley Carlson that ever could be. They also are the ones that organize the Missing Poster Monday on Twitter that we all do, and we all try to participate in and use that hashtag on all your social medias to put out missing people. They had actually just posted this probably about a week ago. Throughout the 80s, a serial killer was preying on women in the areas surrounding the Connecticut River Valley, New Hampshire, and Vermont. There are currently 7 victims and 1 survivor. If you have any info, please call 603-271-2663. And this was under hashtag Tip Tuesday, New Hampshire Unsolved, New Hampshire, and Vermont. Victims of the Connecticut River Valley serial killer. And PJ, I'm sure you're probably familiar with all of these cases, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I did a few things on the serial killer.
Seeing awareness on April 23rd. I'm nervous. I don't like people. Oh, Arctic, that's amazing. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is it going to be streamed?
No, jeez.
Can we go screen snipe it?
Make him more nervous. No, just kidding.
I'm so proud of you, man. You're a freaking rock star. Arctic's a machine, y'all. I'm so honored to be a part of the team, man. My goodness. Hopefully local radio stations and TV and everybody will be there for you. That way it'll be so cool. I'm so proud of you. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Glitter. I really appreciate that. I don't know. Usually the local Orlando news, anytime Bethany is at an event, they show up. I don't know. I need to talk to her. I'll probably talk to her tomorrow and find out if they've reached out to anybody. And if they have, that'll be really cool. And if not, we'll definitely be streaming it here on the channel. After today's TikTok event, I will not be going live on TikTok from the car show, but Bethany will be going live from the car show on TikTok. And of course, I'll be streaming here from the channel. I'm not sure how the electricity thing is going to be, so it may be a 2-part stream on both days. I may do a morning to midday, like a morning to noon stream, and then charge my phone, and then do a noon to end of day stream. That way I can charge my phone in between, because I'm paranoid as hell, and I keep all my cards locked and everything. So, and plus I have kids and grandkids, so I can't let my phone die completely. But they'll be, just make sure you hit the notification bell and watch for the notifications. I will be able to post it on Twitter, but I don't have Facebook on my phone, so I will not be able to post it to Facebook. I'm sure one of the team will grab the link and post it on Facebook, so just make sure you're following all of the team as well.
Oh, you need to come get this pit bull, because I'm about to leave her outside all night long. She done on my nerves. I'm fixing to leave the pit bull outside. She on my nerves.
Okay, so these are victims of the Connecticut River Valley serial killer. We have Kathy Milliken. Did I say that right, PJ?
Yes, you said it right.
Okay. New London, New Hampshire, October 24th, 1978. Next, we have Mary Elizabeth Critchley, Unity, New Hampshire, August 9th, 1981. Bernice Cortamanchi, Newport, New Hampshire, May 30th, 1984. Ellen Ruth Fried, Newport, New Hampshire, July 22nd, 1984. Eve Marie Norse of West Unity, New Hampshire, July 10th, 1985. Linda M. Moore, Westminster, Vermont, April 15th, 1986. Barbara Agnew, Heartland, Vermont, January 10th, 1987. Jane Borowski, Keene, New Hampshire, August 6, 1988. Throughout the 1980s, a serial killer was preying on women in the area surrounding Connecticut River Valley in New Hampshire and Vermont. To this day, the identity of the killer is still unknown and remains one of New England's most well-known unsolved cases. There are currently 7 known victims, Connecticut, to the Connecticut River Valley serial killer, and 1 survivor. If you have any information, please contact the New Hampshire State Police Cold Case Unit at 603-271-2663. Now, PJ, my understanding, the list is a lot longer than that, right?
Yeah. And there's like possible ones that people think that he killed, and it is a pretty long list. And a lot of them are nursing students or nurses, and and things like that. That's what they all had pretty much in common with each other. As you can tell, they all didn't they didn't look alike or anything like that. But that's the only thing that we could really find in common when we were going over the case. They had something to do with nursing. And they were hitchhikers, most of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't see that Twitter post?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
You took it up. I think that's
I'm not screen sharing right this minute, Butterfly. Oh, y'all made me paranoid. I thought, oh shit, I didn't read through them people's names and nobody even seen them. Damn today. Just damn today, straight to hell. I'm so over it today, y'all have no idea. Like, this is part 2. Like, I already started one stream and I don't know what the hell I hit, but the stream went down. Oh, it was not good. The stream ended. I looked up and it was like, your stream ended. I was like, why the hell did it end? What the hell did I push? My goodness, man. I'm still waiting on an update.
We were waiting for you to say something else and you never did, and then it was gone. And
did y'all eventually hear me on the first one?
We did, and then you were gone.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, there's hold on. I'm trying to see if this shows the list. No, it doesn't. Dang it. Never mind. Forget that.
You did a show of Truth and Justice?
Yeah, I did a show of Truth and Justice, and I did one on mine. One on mine and 2 on hers.
Oh, cool. Chris, can you go grab the link to that and throw it in chat, please? Maybe I should go to sleep. Melanie says, I'm off to bed. I'll be tuned in on Friday for sure. Hope you all have a great night. Safe from the storms. Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, you're good, Butterfly. You're fine. Hell, we probably all need sleep at this point.
Right.
So this is a Reddit post, y'all. I'm not going to get into all the comments. I will post this link in the chat, but I'm going to read this here. PJ also sent me this too. PJ has done a lot on this serial killer, and we've discussed it for many years, especially when we were doing Harmony's case. That's when it first got brought to my attention that there was possibly a serial killer, and like the government in that area, the police in that area don't want it to be known as being a serial killer.
Yeah, because they won't say like anything about the deaths, because one of the person that they found is actually my daughter's cousin, and they the toxicology reports, all that, like nothing comes up. It's just drowning or something, or non-suspicious, or just nothing that's would say somebody murdered the person.
So are they afraid that it would cause public panic? Are they, what are they?
I really don't know. Like, to be honest.
To me, if there's a possible serial killer, wouldn't it be better to say we have a possible serial killer so people could have their heads on swivel and be more aware?
I mean, it could be because there's a lot of people that were found in the river that do have a history of addiction, so they don't want to like have to do all that work to really figure out, did they fall in the river because they had an overdose? They don't want to do the work, I don't think. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got you. They kind of don't want to do their job.
Yeah. Like,
I get it.
There's a lot of homeless in Manchester, and that's where a lot of the bodies were found. Well, the recent bodies were found, anyways.
There's a lot of homeless. There's a lot of homeless people in Nashville too. So,
Yeah.
and a lot of them live on the. I don't know how it is up there, but a lot of them live on the riverbanks. Which on the Cumberland, it's a really dangerous place to live, but they live there anyway.
I mean, this list here should be longer than it is, but this is the basic, like, that's known people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like Nashville. Nashville has a lot of unhoused people on the river,
Mm-hmm.
and they're locals that, you hear local chatter about a serial killer, and they'll shut it down quick. There's not a serial killer in Nashville. We don't have that kind of fuckatry going on here.
Right.
I don't know if we've ever had a serial killer in Nashville. I don't know. I know we had one come through that trucker, the trucker serial killer. He came through.
Which one, the happy face or?
Mhm. I don't know if he was the happy face or not. They were talking
Sorry.
about him on the news about, I think, like a couple of weeks ago. Because they even showed like an episode of a clip of an episode from Criminal Minds where they were actually doing something about that. Because I know a lot of the Criminal Minds is drama and all that, but some of the cases are picked from real cases.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them, but some of them are like parts of them are plucked from real cases. And they even showed something about a truck stop killer. They just showed a clip from it. And but I don't think for chat purposes or if anybody clips this, no, I don't think Criminal Minds is real life, y'all. I just want you to know that. I just want to make sure that nobody thinks that. Now, Investigation Discovery, that's a different story. That's my jam.
He was on.
I was watching Fear Thy Neighbor today, Mom.
Oh, I love that show.
I do too. They had some good stuff on there today. But I had to stop watching one because the neighbor had 2 dogs and I did not think it was going to turn out well for the dogs, so I stopped.
Yeah, I can't with the dogs. I can't with animals.
Yeah, Paula, the new Criminal Minds Evolution, that new season is going to start on Paramount. My husband told me when it was the other night, so I don't remember how many victims the truck stop killer had. And I don't think it was the happy face. I can't remember.
I only said the happy face because I've been watching the show. The new show that's on Paramount.
Oh, I need to check that out. Anytime anything oh, you're still watching season 1 of the new one, Paula, Criminal Minds Evolution. Anytime anything comes on for anything true crime, my head's on swivel. I'm like, what?
Thank you, Arctic. You're a rock star. That would be the link that PJ did with Truth and Justice.
Oh.
Thank you so much. You're so awesome.
Thank you,
Long time
Arctic.
ago, 5 or 6
Well, Glitter, they have Criminal Minds Evolution on Paramount now. It's totally new. It's totally new.
Oh God.
Paramount picked them up.
Have y'all watched Gone Girls on Netflix yet?
Mm-mm.
No.
Who's
I'm
in
so
it?
torn. It's about the Long Island serial killer.
Oh no, I need to watch that.
Yeah, I'm so torn. Like, oh god, but it's one of those things where you know people that are close to the cases, you know inside information, and you watch a documentary like that, and you either praise it, you're either like on Twitter going, "Wow, they did a phenomenal job on this," or you're on Twitter going, I'm still confused how I feel. Like I'm not sure how I feel about this, and that's where I am with it. Is
I don't like that.
Yeah, Paul,
I
I'm
love
hoping him, and I'm hoping Matthew Gray Goobler comes back too. I still haven't watched that one you told me to watch. The Don't Fuck with Cats.
yeah, Don't Fuck with Cats. Don't Fuck
I
with
haven't.
Cats is awesome. If you haven't seen Don't Fuck with Cats, Don't Fuck with Cats is freaking phenomenal. Trigger warning. There's nothing like super graphic about the cats, but it is a really good documentary about what we are. Well, I don't claim to be an online sleuth. I'm a missing persons advocate, but in order to be a missing persons advocate, you still have to sleuth. But it's about online sleuths, and they end up solving a case. And actually, if you're a part of the Sebastian Rogers community, Body Moving is in a lot of the chats and has been on several different people's panels. She's actually in that documentary. She was the leader of the group that ended up solving the case. Oh, girl, I watched it so long ago. Probably it's either Netflix or Prime because I shy away from anything other than that.
I think you told me it was on. Hold on, give me a second. I'll tell you what it's on because I think you.
I feel like I watched that before.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. Netflix. It's on Netflix. Yeah, like you got murder, you got online sleuths, you got freaking the whole 9 yards. Like not like the shameful documentary that they did that had bullshit Betty in it with the Idaho 4. Like this one is really, really a good one to watch about internet sleuths and how people, can do the right thing and actually help with cases.
Yeah,
It's on.
I watched that Idaho 4 documentary, and I was extremely disappointed because they really didn't talk about the victims. It was all about, yeah.
It was all about YouTubers.
Oh,
I'll
I
say it. Go with it.
It was all about the fucking YouTubers. There, I said it. That's all it was. It wasn't about the victims or, any of that. It was all about the tragedy pimps.
I don't watch really much about Idaho 4. I'll be honest.
I try to stay away from it.
Yeah, it's a shit show, PJ. It's a shit show. And then they run it in the ground, and then, they and you have the survivors have to be respected,
Mm-hmm.
and because they're victims too. Any way you look at it, they have to live with that for the rest of their lives. And I know everybody has differing opinions, but to me, they're victims too. And everybody has differing opinions about what they would have done. And I'm like, I've never been at the scene of a mass murder, so I don't know what the hell I would have done.
See, I hate when people say that because my friend got stabbed to death on the sidewalk, right? And all the things that I probably said I would have done in some situation like that, I didn't. I panicked. You know what Like,
Right. Your panic brain go. That's what I see. That's what I see, PJ. Your panic brain going into, and you're like, oh man, no. You're running around like a chicken with your head cut off. You don't know what the fuck to do.
mostly if you suffer from PTSD, and I have PTSD, so like I did not react how I probably should have. I called 911, but like the time period, because they ask you like certain questions and you can't answer them correctly. I'm sorry, but you can't. Like, it's really
Right.
it's not as easy as people think it is.
Exactly. And that's, and that's the question, I have for most of these people that want to blame Dylan and Bethany for their actions or what they did or didn't do. How many of y'all have been at a mass murder scene and how would you ever, and they're all, I would have called, okay, if you'd have called 911, then let me put you at a scene like that and put you in that same position and let's see what you would have done.
Right.
Because you don't know what you would have done. These are 20-year-old college kids we're talking about. And anybody can look at it in hindsight and go, well, I would have done this, I would have done that. But I can't tell you what I would have done in that situation. Because I've never been in that situation.
Maybe if you weren't like in panic mode or fight, flight.
Right, and I can't see anyone not being in panic mode or fight or flight mode at that point.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I'd have been in the corner crying mode, probably.
Right. I need my armadillo helmet.
Doodle needs her armadillo helmet.
Why does she need an armadillo helmet?
I don't know, but Doodle, you do know armadillos carry leprosy, don't you?
Oh, jeez.
Just a fun fact for tonight.
Yeah, so you might not want that helmet.
Yeah, you might not have. You may be walking around without a head. You might be walking around. To keep all the tinfoil hatters away. Yeah, it's hard to keep the tinfoil hatters away.
One or 10 armadillos, or what? Or tinfoil hats.
We don't have armadillos in our neighborhood. We just have raccoons. Oh, Christy, I did finally find out the service arrangements. It's not till the 13th. Today. I finally got those.
Monkeys in Florida have a strain of herpes that will if you're not treated. Fun fact. Well, that's an interesting fun fact.
Oh, this is the beginning of the don't fuck with cats.
Sorry, guys. I got family coming out of the woodwork calling me to let me know what's going on with the storms.
It's lightning here. And now nobody wants to go back outside. Everybody's under a bed or...
What's LBO?
Glitter, I know all about LBO. Land Between the Lakes.
Yeah.
I've actually done several videos on LBO. This is the trailer for Don't Fuck with Cats, so then I'll tell you guys about LBO.
Are you ready? The internet is boundless. There's the happy places, and then there's another part of the internet, the seedy underbelly. I was on Facebook one day,
And then I found this video. I pressed play.
it was the worst video I've ever seen.
He needs to be stopped immediately.
People went nuts. So we started looking. He could have been anywhere on the planet.
This person wants to play a game of cat and mouse, and I'm up for that. There's a lot of information in the video. You see a door handle, electrical receptacles.
Everything pointed to North America. But then
You hear some voices.
it was Russian.
Oh, maybe he's located in Russia.
Thousands of people looking to find this guy. There was a tidal wave of leads that were coming in.
I wasn't going to stop until I found him.
Clearly, this video is not the end.
Something bad is about to happen. He's going to kill somebody. All of a sudden, another video appears. My mind doesn't want to believe it's true.
These are the things, the telltale sign of somebody that's going to become a serial killer.
We had a ticking time bomb on our hands.
Twisted story that keeps twisting.
What I'm seeing is impossible. He's going to get the attention of the world now.
2 mysterious packages.
Le dépeceur de Montréal.
An international manhunt.
This isn't the first time, be the last time. This is going to get progressively worse.
In the seedy underbelly of the internet, there's an unwritten rule, Rule 0. Don't fuck with cats.
Don't fuck with cats.
Don't fuck with cats. I gotta watch the rest of it.
Stream it on Discord. Ooh, that's a good idea, Dandy, to stream it on Discord. Hi, Klein. Thank you so much for coming in with us tonight.
Hey,
So, LBO.
Klein.
Glitter says,
Yeah.
well, I was driving around out there one day because I was doing some geocaching, and it was a freaking random chicken from no reason out of the woods. I was by myself. I was so confused. You said, and I saw another comment that says, yeah, right here. LBO has to be the creepiest vibe of anywhere I've ever seen in my whole life. So let me give you a little piece of LBO, and I'll read this last article or this last Reddit to you guys about the serial killer. So LBO was originally the first people that actually moved to that part of Kentucky. That was their homestead. There were, I think, 150 families. Don't quote me on that, guys. My memory is shit today. But they offered the families $1 million for their land back in that day. $1 million was a lot of money. And they told them either take the $1 million and leave your land, or we take your land and you have no choice. And then they flooded LBO, which it had a name. The town had a name. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but they flooded it. And a lot of families were left out in the street. And that's how you got Barkley Dam and Kentucky Dam. And it's the land between the lakes because it's Kentucky Lake and Barkley Lake. And it's I'm from Paducah. So I've spent many of nights in LBL. You can backwoods camp back there. And also there's the dog man of LBL. And there was a family that was allegedly murdered up there. I actually was honored enough to meet the lady that worked at the truck stop that actually wrote a book about the dog man of LBL. And I sat and talked to her for hours one morning when I went and got my coffee. And a lot of people will tell you that it's a story, it's a wives' tale, it's an urban legend, but that woman remembers the state police being so deep in that truck stop that you couldn't see for the badges. So it really happened. So if you ever hear anybody that says it didn't happen, they're 1,000% full of shit, because we were out there camping one night. And if you go back and watch my video on the dogman of LBL, we'd been camping for about 2 weeks, and you hear birds, you hear crickets, you hear deer, you hear all the things. And then all of a sudden it was silent and something was outside of our tent. So you're not supposed to have firearms because it is federal campground, so I'm not promoting taking firearms into a federal state park. However, fuck that. The dog man's up there, and we had a firearm with us. I woke the whole fucking camp up because something that smelled really bad and had a really big shadow was standing outside of my tent, and I was finna put a hole in the tent and whatever was standing outside of the tent. True story. It really happened. You can go back on my channel, and it's a whole video about what happened that night. I had witnesses that were there that will tell you that something was in the woods with us. We were staying at Twin Lakes. It's a little small campground down there. We had a guy come up and steal our boat one night, so that was quite intriguing to watch the guys swim out into the lake to retrieve the boat. We also had a random guy come over and trade us a deer in a cooler that was already processed for a quart of moonshine one night. You meet some pretty interesting people up there. But yeah, LBL is creepy as fuck. So I took Craig to LBL, took him to Twin Lakes, waited till he got in the water and was like, hey, this is where the dog man happened. And he was like, what the fuck? It was quite hilarious. He did not think it was as funny as I did, but me and Taylor got a good laugh out of it.
So the dog man be stank and he need to take a shower?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the natives in the area believe that the dog man is a skinwalker and that it's a entity that was created from all the pain and the sadness of the people that lost their homes up there. And then if you guys are familiar with the vampire killer, the guy that him and his girlfriend killed her parents and killed his parents, and they were in Murray, Kentucky. The Vampire Hotel is actually in LBL. There's also some footage of that, I think, on my Facebook. I don't think I have anything on the channel about it, but that really exists too, and it's a creepy ass place too. Just so you guys have a little piece of my history. Land Between the Lakes towns was Birmingham, Kentucky. When the water level is low, you can see the remnant of the yes, thank you. I couldn't think of the name of the town. Thank you, Arctic. But yeah, you can. And like if you walk through the woods, you can still see the chimneys because the houses were all wooden, so they're gone. But like these eerie chimneys, block chimneys, are just out there in the middle of the woods, and it's really sad when you walk up on one because you realize that that was somebody's home that was pretty much robbed out from underneath them. Hellbent Holler, they do a lot of stuff about that. I think I've seen their channel. I think I actually commented on one of their videos and corrected them on something. I've corrected a couple of channels because I'm like, are you from there? And they're like, no, I just did research. And I'm like, well, I'm from there, and that's not right. Like Hillman's Ferry is not just called Hillman's Ferry because it's Hillman's Ferry. There was actually a ferry that took you across. Yeah. Hell, we might do a paranormal live one night and revisit LBL, and I'll pull up some actual footage that I've taken myself in LBL. I was going to use that as a question next time. Damn, Mom. What are you talking about, Taylor? Yeah, and little foundations. Yep. Yeah, I'm all about correcting misinformation, especially when it's about my hometown. Like, fuck you, buddy. I don't care what you Googled. You're wrong.
Well, I would say we could do a paranormal on the Bell Witch, but I'm not going up there to get any footage. I can tell you right the fuck now. Absolutely not.
I don't have any, because I had a BlackBerry back then, and that phone is long gone. I used to have pictures and stuff of the Bell Witch, and I don't think that I could talk Minnie into going down there. I would probably get a strong hell no out of him.
That's the same hell no you'll get from me.
Let me ask him. Would you go to the Bell Witch cave and cemetery on a live for me? Watch, he's going to say, hell no, mother.
That's some badass juju right there.
All right, so let me get through this article. I know it's been on the screen for a minute, so we'll go ahead and read through this. I have a theory there's a serial killer in New Hampshire. Has anyone else noticed the increase of bodies found in the woods, accidental drownings over the last few? Most of the bodies found in the Merrimack River. Here are a few that I have found. Please excuse me if anything is inaccurate. This is from Google searches. I am curious if anyone else has noticed the increase of similar theories. I also want to add I have the deepest sympathy for the families and deceased and pray for their safe return for whom are missing. One of the women on this list is a very good friend of mine from high school, and I know her family still hasn't recovered from their loss. December 30th, 2016, a man's body was found in the Merrimack River in Amesbury. That's Massachusetts, isn't it? MA?
Yeah.
Yeah. June 30th, 2017, man's body found in Merrimack River in Lowell, Massachusetts. July 20th, 2018, a woman's body was found in the Merrimack River in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Nicole Davis, this was May 7th, 2019. Nicole Davis, she was camping with her friends and went out for a walk and was never seen again. A few days later, her body was found in the river fully clothed. August 13th, 2019, a 49-year-old man found in the Muskoma River in Lebanon, New Hampshire. September 16th, 2019, Jeffrey St. Laurent found in the Piscataqua, PJ.
I can't pronounce that correctly either, and I live here, so
We'll just go with Piscataqua. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, Nicole Davis was my daughter's. Was my daughter's cousin. Hold on. I think I have a different. Oh no, I don't. I thought I had a different list than she did, but I didn't. I don't. We have the same one. Glitter, I've thought about it. A completely innocent person could be convicted if I die in a mysterious way. I gotta scroll up to that conversation. What is a geocache? All I can hear is Discord.
Sorry, Minnie called. He said that he will go to the Bell Witch Cave and the cemetery, and he will get us footage on a live. What? Maybe we can con Kimber into going with him.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, back to the list here. October 25th, 2019, a woman's body was found in the Merrimack River in Lowell, Maine. January 7th, or Massachusetts, January 17th, 2020, Susan Willen was found in the Merrimack River in Lowell. June 26, 2020, a woman's body was found in the banks of the Merrimack River in Manchester, New Hampshire. July 8th, 2020, a body recovered from Horseshoe Pond. August 30th, 2020, a body was found in the Kentucket, thank you, ma'am, River, what PJ said, in Henniker, New Hampshire. Kimberly Blanchard, who went missing, body was found in a wooded area in Rochester, New Hampshire. That was August 30th of 2020. September 23rd, 2020, body found in the Booksett.
Yep.
New Hampshire, and Merrimack River ruled as a suicide. October 16, 2020, Tiffany Fraher's body was found in the woods behind an apartment in Concord, New Hampshire. December 10th, 2020, human remains were found in the woods near Ossipee.
Yep.
Oh, look at me go. New Hampshire. December 30th, 2020, Cynthia Holloran's found in Manchester, New Hampshire near a walking trail. January 6, 2021, a man's body was found in the woods behind Concord apartment, found less than a half a mile away from Tiffany Fraher's body was found. March 11, 2021, Portsmouth man found in the river in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. May 12, 2021, Maggie Bornetto went missing and was found in the Pemmy River in Lincoln, New Hampshire a week after. March 17, 2021, Rochester man James Martin found near Salem Falls River in Berwick, Maine in the woods. March 17, 2021, body found in the Merrimack River in Bow, New Hampshire. March 21st, 2021, Gray Serby, whose body was found in the Merrimack River in Tyngsboro, a few days later after he went missing. March 27, 2021, Cyan Lyons from Mass. She was found a few weeks after she went missing, drowned with her German Shepherd in Lincoln. Oh my God. New Hampshire. April 23rd, 2021, human remains were found on the same walking trail as Cynthia Hawthorne's body was found in December. Missing person. April 20th, 2019, Mike McCain missing from Night Out, Nashua, New Hampshire. January 15th, 2020, April Bailey, who went missing in Nashua, New Hampshire, 2020, taking out her trash, has never been seen or heard from since. March 17th in 2020, Amanda Grosky went missing in 2020, left her friend's apartment in Derry, New Hampshire, was never seen or heard from again.
But she just was found deceased. But so there's 26 besides Amanda on that list.
And tell me there ain't no sad damn serial killer. My ass. My whole ass.
And then there's been more found since that list has been made.
Do you have a total on the numbers?
I would say about 50 since that list has been made.
Jeez.
Could be over that, but it's about 50. Me and my friend were going to make a whole new list, but it was so hard getting like all the dates correct and everything, but there's a lot. I was like, wow. And there's all those places like are either near or close to where the Merrimack River is, or a highway near the Merrimack River. So it's scary.
So it's an easy place to. The Merrimack River would be an easy place to dispose of a body.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not drinking water, so nobody's going to think of anything. Because it's not like boats go in there or anything, because that's where our drinking water has dead bodies in it. You know what I mean? Like, it's awful.
Oh, shit.
Like, yeah.
That's like that hotel.
Which hotel?
The one in California, the Cecil Hotel.
Oh, yeah.
The girl's body was found in the water.
That's gross. If you think about it, and then I started like after I was looking through this list, I like started buying bottled water. Like I'm never going to use water again, ever again.
Fuck all that.
It's just, yeah. Because I know one of my friends was found in there, and when they did the autopsy, all they can find is basically water. They couldn't find anything in his tox screen or anything, so they can't really say if it's suspicious or what was going on, because by the time they find the body, it's too waterlogged to figure out, or they just don't want to take the time, or the person's homeless and they just say, oh, probably overdosed and fell in the water.
Yeah, that's the easy way out, because they're homeless, they overdosed, they have a past.
Mm-hmm.
We all have a past.
Yeah.
So.
And you guys know the history of the city because of, Adam's court case. 90% of the people that were witnesses were drug addicts. So you got to think of the city, what the population really is. Most of the drug addicts are homeless or criminals, so they don't take their time.
And it's such a shame though, because I mean, just because someone's an addict, somebody still loves them, and they still, if something happened to them, they still deserve justice.
Yeah.
And that's so sad.
It really is. It really, truly is. They still deserve justice. And if they're missing, they still deserve to be found. We see it time after time, and I know PJ does too, where, just because they're an addict, they don't take as much time for their missing case because they're an addict. It doesn't matter. Their family still loves them. It doesn't change that their family wants to find them.
Right. And Michael McLean, with his case, how they just assumed he was in the river. I mean, he was a college student, worked with autistic kids. He had everything going for him. There was no reason, the everyday excuse of, oh, he was a drug addict or something, you know what I mean? There was no normal excuse that they usually use to make,
Right, and then you assume he's in the river, and then you don't even go look.
Right.
Oh, well, he fell in the river.
Yeah.
But we're not going to check to see if he fell in the river.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. He fell in the river, but we're not going to check to see if that actually happened.
I mean, I'm sure there has to be a way that you can check with all the divers that they have out there in this world,
Right,
Would
right.
think. And sonar and all these fancy ass underwater sonars and all that shit.
Yeah. Has to be a way. If you really think about it.
Look at the underwater drones that they have now.
Right.
They have all this, like Mom said, they have the sonar, they have the underwater drones, they have all the fancy equipment now.
Yeah.
And I mean, you look at poor little Dane Paulson. They looked for him and nobody could find him, and they called in a guy from California, and he found him in 2 hours.
Yeah, that's weird. It's weird how that happens.
Yeah, that was crazy. Because nobody could find him, and then he found him in 2 hours. But it's just like you said, though, I mean, he didn't fit any of the, we're not going to look for you.
Yeah.
That they usually say. So
right.
It's just so weird how they do things. And then, he fell in the river, but we're not going to look. But we didn't check the river, so we really don't know.
It just thinks they can just disregard people so easy.
I know, and it's so sad. It's so sad because they have, regardless of, it's like, do your damn job.
And you would think after like close to 50 people just dropping dead out of nowhere, like, and finding them in a river or near a river, wouldn't you want to figure it out? Why?
Right.
You would think.
Yeah. I would want to know if I was a police officer.
I would too.
Hmm.
I would want to know what's going on in my city.
Right.
Why do I have 50 people that have drowned in this river? I mean, that's a lot of people in one river.
Yeah. And the river is really big, like, but still. I mean, it covers 2 states, but close to 3 states. But still. You have people drinking this water. Like, it's messed up world.
Yeah, and and the thing is, you just see it from so many times from state to state to state, and it's so frustrating.
Yeah, that's why I say it's not really any particular state. Like there's something that's going on. Why these police officers aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing? You know, like is there?
Right, and you can't just discount people's lives. Like I said, these people have people that love them and care about them, no matter if they were on drugs, if they were addicts, if they were homeless people. That doesn't make them any less of a person or any less loved. They're people. They have lives. They had lives. They have people that love them.
Yeah.
You can't go, oh, well, they did this or they did that. And even if they did, look for them, find them. They deserve to come home, even if it's not in the way that their loved ones want them to come home. They deserve a proper burial.
Exactly.
They deserve to come home and have a proper burial.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine an officer that would just be like, if my son, say, went to downtown Nashville and something happened and, the river down there, and they told me, well, he fell in the river, but we're not going to look for him. The hell you're not.
Right.
I'd be down there raising so much hell they'd throw me in jail. They'd have to throw me in jail.
Yeah, addicts matter too. All
Yeah.
people matter. Pisses me off. I can't stand the, they're a drug addict. They probably just ran off. Or, it's a teenager. They probably just ran off. It's like Michaela Standards because she had a background of using drugs. I literally had to get the sheriff on the phone and rip him a new asshole, send him an email, make the email public on my channel to get them to post her on their social media. I don't give 2 shits if she was an addict. She called 911 screaming, "Help me," into the phone and vanished. You fucking dirtbags, get off your ass and go help. And then I reach out to, I'm not going to drop any names, but I reached out to a very well-known, not Adventures for Purpose, for disclaimer purposes, a very well-known search group. And, they were like, yeah, so law enforcement in that area, you think there's good old boy out there where you are? You ain't seen good old boy. And just...
Yeah, it is awful. Well, they even did that to that mother, Anna Walsh. They're like, oh, she probably needs a break from everybody. Her husband killed her. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
And the police officer said that on national TV, and I'm like, I hope the family sues him or something. Like, that was messed up.
Fucking lazy ass. Lazy ass. You know, I back the blue when they deserve it, and when they don't, I'll be the first one to say you're lazy ass. Get off your ass, get out from behind your desk, drop the donuts, put down the coffee, and do your fucking job.
Right.
Well, Doodle posted a bunch of missing flyers one day, and they were from Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, JC. And I was absolutely astonished because the ones that she posted, a lot of them were underage, and every one of them run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. And I was like, what in the hell? They were all labeled as runaways. And I'm sitting here thinking, you've labeled all of these kids as runaways? What are you doing?
Mm.
You just
I
labeled
was
them as
putting
runaways.
it lightly, Arctic. It just pisses me off. It pisses me off so bad. Like, it makes me deathly angry. And, like, I want to, like, drive to law enforcement and be like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, what is your fucking problem? Like, we had a girl that was missing here, and she was working at McDonald's. She was, like, 16 years old, working at McDonald's. And they're like, oh, we don't have any camera footage. She was last seen wearing her uniform. So I'm on the phone with the sheriff's office. I'm like, is there a flyer I can share, or do I need to fucking make one? You morons. You know, and what was so sad was I literally had to go to fucking McDonald's, walk in, ask for the manager, explain who I was, and say, was she found? Oh, yeah, you know, she was with her boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. Her and her mom had got into it, and she went to stay at his house. Okay, well, it would have been nice if law enforcement would have put a fucking update out here. I got it. I'll raise hell with them.
Oh, jeez.
Right? You can't tell we've all worked together for 4 years.
I cry a lot too, Dandy. It's okay.
Oh, love you, Dandy. I know Dandy she gets so emotional. God love her. God love her.
Well, Virginia's
I love that we have such an amazing community over here. I really, really do. Virginia's a what?
Another state that has a lot of runaways too. Well, labeled runaways, anyways. And has no
It's
picture.
infuriating, man. It's infuriating.
And it's
Oh, what happened?
Oh, there she went. She done yeeted her.
Windy Whiner. Are you a Pisces? Pisces are pretty emotional or sensitive. Ish.
I'm a Cancer.
Yeah. I'm a mean old Sagittarius.
Mean my ass. You don't got a mean bone in your body.
I can be mean. I just don't show it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Kimber gives up for tonight. Well, I'm fixing to wrap it up anyway. It's 12:30 here.
Yeah, it's past my bedtime.
I'm sure PJ probably has to work in the morning.
Yeah. She hit the wrong button.
Thank you, Butterfly, for hanging out with us. She hit the wrong button there. She went off the porch. She did it to herself, and I got blamed for it earlier.
Help me. Help me.
Bawaha.
What? innocent. Now you got to make me go back over here to my clips. Innocent. Look at here. This is Doodle innocent. My ass. I'm a wildcat will cry after I scratch you. Well, PJ, thank you so much for coming up and hanging out with us tonight and bringing your insight and your beautiful self up here. I hope you come up more often.
Well, thank you for having me, and I probably will. I'm shy sometimes.
See, yeah, now you done past the shy. That's what I was gonna say. Now you're past it. You're safe.
Yeah.
We're not gonna bite. We might nibble, but we won't bite.
Right. Thank you, Kimber. You guys.
Oh my God, Arctic.
Not
OJ with a microblade commercial.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for having me. I'm gonna get to bed. You guys have a
Thank
good
you
night.
so much for coming up, my love. And I'm sorry I kept you so late, but we were having such a good conversation. Just couldn't let you go.
It was fine. I had fun.
Bye.
All right. Good night.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you had fun. Come hang out. Good night.
Good night.
Look at these lies in chat. Sure, we're all innocent. Lies. Lies. Y'all are full of it. Innocent till proven guilty. My ass.
Have been. Let's see, I don't know. Let me think. Let me knock on Mr. Noggin. Who could trick us into doing that? Could have been Satan.
Thank you guys all for being here. Shout out to Crime Curious for coming up on panel. Crime Curious is amazing. If you guys are not subbed up to her channel, make sure you do sub up to her channel. And I will grab the link to her book too, because I believe her book is out and published, but she is an amazing human being, amazing creator. I love her dearly, and I'm looking forward to working with her on this case and being a voice for the voiceless. Thank you, Kimber, as always, for coming up on panel and yeeting yourself off twice. I am innocent. I did not yeet Kimber, nor did I yeet myself tonight, so that was a plus. Thank you guys for all being so patient through my phone calls and my messages about the weather. As many of you guys know, I am originally from Paducah, Kentucky, which was apparently got hit pretty hard out by the mall area. And as far as I know, knock on wood, and as far as I've heard, there's some pretty gnarly storm cell area, not necessarily a tornado touchdown where my grandson is. The rest of my family is safe and well. Guys, remember that tomorrow night Dutchess is doing her state-by-state missing people. Make sure you're subbed up to Dutchess's channel, hit the ring the bell, do all the things, jump in the chat, hit the like button, let her know you're going to be there or be square. These missing people need their voices. Without us, they have no voice. We are the voice for the voiceless. We are the real crime team. We engage with empathy. We do no harm, and we do the damn thing the way it's supposed to be done, y'all. As always, I appreciate all of my mods for being. No, you just needed all of us the first time. I just fuck it. Just I can't do it tonight. It's over. Just yeet the whole live. I know, right, Arctic? Damn it. Thank you for all of my brain pickers for being here tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You're all rock stars. I appreciate everybody that hung out in the live tonight. I appreciate everybody on Replay Crew. Make sure that if you do Replay Crew, you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to organically grow the channel. We don't ride off the backs of dead kids, missing kids, or none of the etc. We do do advocacy the way that advocacy should be done. We say their names, we tell their stories, and we do it with facts and empathy. Remember, guys, if you see something, say something. We never give up. It takes a village to raise a child. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.